Oh, that's me on the screen. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the first episode of Pixel Pitch. This is going to be a show where we're going to be going through a number of different games. We're going to look at the quality of the games, maybe even try out a few of them, have the developers talk to you all about how these games work, and actually allocate money to some of these games that we feel like are the best and most promising out of this show. And I'm going to say also with this allocation of money, one of the reasons why that's possible is because of Ally Bank for sponsoring the show. Ally's goal is to become the #1 official ally for creators, and this will not happen overnight. It is a long-term ambition and a journey that Ally is just embarking on, and from there we can become better allies to the creator community, educating creators on how to reach their financial goals. Visit ally.com/creator to learn more. And now that the thing that I have to read is over, I think that we can all agree that there's a lot of content creators that probably need better financial guidance. However, let's talk about one of them who also, oh yeah, speaking of that, money's tight. Welcome, Soda Poppin'. How you doing?
Hi, glad to be here. Excited to see all of the games, the devs that come on and go through and decide where to put money. I'm also very stressed out because again, like I said, I'm used to just shitting on creators. I don't plan on shitting on these devs, but let's just say their game really is that bad. I haven't seen them. Do I lie?
Just pull out your ETH. Just turn off your computer. Just say you got DC'd.
I just DC'd. Oh no, I gotta go.
Yeah. Oh, guys. I'm not able to be there. Geez, I don't know what happened. Yeah, I forgot the game.
How much money do we have to pool with?
We got a lot of fucking money, right? We got a lot of money, and we'll talk about that. We also have somebody here who's actually from the gaming industry, which means that they actually are informed and they know what they're talking about to make the show and us look a little bit more legitimate rather than just two clowns. And today, it is what it is. I'd like to introduce Kelly Wallach. She is the partner and community builder from the One Up Fund. And Kelly, do you want to go ahead and let them know kind of what you're all about and where you're coming from?
Yeah, so my name's Kelly Wallach. I've been working in the games industry for about 13 or 14 years now. For most of that, I founded and ran a company called the Indie Mega Booth, which was like a showcase for independent game developers. We did a lot of events at PAX, so people might have seen us there, but we worked with over 800 studios during the time that it was running. We would get about 600 or so game submissions per year. I ran that for about a decade, so I was playing a lot of games during that time. We did events all over the world, helped to co-organize an event in Kyoto called Bit Summit. So I was also looking at games, outside of the US. We did some in Europe as well, too. I was also the chairperson for the Independent Games Festival for 7 years, which is an award ceremony for indie game developers that they hold at the Game Developers Conference each year. That gets about 700 to 1,000 submissions per year. I was overseeing the judging and jury process for that. And then about 5 years ago, I partnered up with Ed Freeze, who was basically heading up Microsoft's game department through the launch of the original Xbox, was the vice president, headed up their publishing department for a while as well, too. Started off working on the community side with that. The fund is just him and I. And then about 2 years ago, joined as a partner in the fund to work on the VC investing side. So in that case, we're looking at maybe 10 pitches a week, and I'm running through about 30 or 40 a week through our contact form. We just had 60 meetings at GDC, which were mostly pitch meetings. So anyways, I'm throwing out all these numbers to basically say I've seen some shit. So if it's indie related, if it's indie related,
this isn't your
related,
first
I've seen
episode.
it.
This is
Definitely
our first episode. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, me and Soda, we spend a lot of time playing video games and sometimes watching YouTube videos and reacting to them. So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the same thing, right, guys?
And
so, yeah,
we don't have to boil things down to be so accurate. We're like, this game sucks, and then we close it, and that's the end of it. Right?
Yeah.
So now we gotta dive a little deeper into these games and get a little bit more specific, and we're gonna possibly suck at that. But we've got you, Kelly, and you've got great credentials. So we're legitimate as a whole.
Great. Yeah, it's an interesting skill set to look at something that's in progress and be able to see it, through a different kind of lens. Like when we would do curation for an industry show versus a public show, we would take into consideration like what kind of feedback do they want. Like sometimes it actually is helpful if the player is playing and they're like, this sucks, it's hard, I don't like it. But sometimes the dev can be like, oh, it sucks because, X, Y, and Z, and like they can get more specific feedback. So, but it's still useful.
So what do you, obviously, you've seen a million of these games just over the time. What would you say for like the audience? What should the audience be looking for? What's like something to help them understand like how to see a game in development in a more authentic way?
Yeah, it's interesting because there's not many other forms of media where you get to look at things in progress. Like you're not really watching like a half-made movie, right? And then like putting it out there for like early movie access or something. So it can be a little odd, to see like maybe some programmer art or things that might be temporary or things aren't fully done. So you kind of have to like use your imagination to hope, like what it could be. I actually go a lot on like the developer and the team and kind of what their philosophy is and how they're thinking about the game. And so it's really cool that the developers get to be here to like talk to it and like what their hopes and ambitions are for it, because I think that adds a lot of context, especially like when it's in progress. So, I think that there's, I'm going to say this, when I'm looking at stuff, I feel like it's really easy to tell when something's really great and really bad, but most things are kind of like in the middle and they could be really great or they could be really bad. And that's like what the development process is. So you kind of have to take a look at it and be like, could this be good? And are these the right people to make it be good? Or could this be really terrible? And are these the wrong people to do this?
Yeah, it's like how to predict what's going to happen with the game in the future based off of kind of what you see. I think that makes a lot of sense. And obviously there are a lot of hopes and dreams going into this. And the reason for that is because we're going to be giving out a whole lot of fucking money. And so each one of us has $5,000. So we have a Pixel Pitch developer grant. And this is, again, Allies Support has made this possible, a special grant from Pixel Pitch to our game developers and creators to continue focusing on the panel changed and I couldn't read the end of it, but it's probably on their game, right? I can logically assume that. So each one of us is going to have $5,000. And also, this is something that's going to be very interesting, chat. You are also getting $5,000 today in order to put towards one of these games that you think is the best. And so at the end of the show, what we're going to do is the three of us and the two of you, there's two people in chat, okay? So you're going to get 2 votes, are going to collectively vote on what the best in show in this entire, show has been. Which game do you like the most? And the game that receives the most votes is going to end up winning the last $5,000. So I am, oh boy, I'm excited. I'm kind of, to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous about doing this. I'm concerned that like I'm gonna mess it up, because like usually it's like, if I say a game sucks, it's like, it's the trailer, that's it. Maybe there's an Asmongold react and then somebody in chat calls me bald. Who cares? But whenever I really have to sit and put it on the line for $5,000, I mean, there's a lot of pressure here. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing is, it's like, again, it's just the stress of what if the first game is super duper good? You're like, wow, this is incredible. And you want to dump all your $5,000 into it. Like, wow, this game speaks to me. I love it. But then the next game comes on. Well, you've already given away your $5,000. Right. So now you got nothing. So it's hard to, but then you could also be one of those stingy people that like, I'm just going to save it. I'm going to save it. And then you get to the last person. Well, now the last person's up. We can't rewind and go back. Right. Yeah. I haven't seen any of the games. Kelly cheated, but I didn't. Prepared. Sure, we'll use that. I don't know. I was, told not to. Well, not told not to, but like, hey, do it if you want. I was like, you know what? I won't. And so, again, the first game might come up. I may dump all my money, and then what do I do now? It's over. I'll watch. Yeah.
Don't worry,
I mean,
I'll be the responsible one here.
Yeah, and we do have just so you guys, and this is so y'all can understand where we're at and like how these games are. We're gonna give you a couple of like just bits of information. So there are gonna be basically like 3 phases of development that we've got going on here. We have obviously pre-production, which is where you've got concept art, technical documentation. We've seen many games that pretty much, let's say, never go past this point. Number 2, you've got production, and that's gonna be proof of concept demo or gameplay trailers. For example, Stellar Blade gameplay trailer came out today, a demo came out, and that is phase 2 of a game like that. We've seen many demos, we've seen many alphas. They're always very fun to go in and break. And number 3 is, of course, going to be post-production, polished, playable demo. Okay. That's never people are able to actually try it out, fully understand what the game is, and really get a good read on what to expect. Like, for example, Final Fantasy 16 did this last year. So that's going to help you guys get a better frame of reference for what we're going to be looking at today. And of course, we are going to be going through 5 different games. The developers are going to have their pitch. They're going to be explaining the games not only to us, but also to you. So make sure to pay attention. And we're going to go ahead and, guys, we ready to get started?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Ready to get to work. All right. We got game number 1. And this is going to be, what's the best way to say it? How do you really put this together? What would happen if you put Castlevania and Zelda together? And today, we're going to have Carlos Gonzalez from his game, Failand, come in and explain exactly what would happen if you did exactly that. So, Carlos, how you doing, man? Welcome to the show.
Hello, team. Thank you very much for having me here today. I want to say hi to all the 3 of you, as well as Bobby, Kelly. I want to thank the Pixel Pitch production team, Ray, and the rest of the team for selecting Failand for today's show premiere. It's really an honor to be here this time.
It's an honor to have you. I mean, it's incredible that people have signed up to be on my show, and especially with my stream, and like my chat is very very critical, and so doing this is it's a big risk. It's a lot to put yourself out there like this, and so I really appreciate you coming on and doing this. It cannot be understated how nerve-wracking I'm sure it is for some people to have their game put up in front of thousands of people. Imagine that. And so, Failand, why don't you tell us a little bit about the game?
Well, to start talking about the game, I would actually like to just jump in the game trailer.
Yeah.
So
okay.
We're gonna play the trailer. I'm excited.
I'm good looking at Carlos. It's fine.
All right, here we go.
Damn.
It's got a mount.
I'm a big fan of the art style already.
Yeah, very cool.
Is that a health increase? It had to be.
Oh no.
Ooh.
That backflip's sick. Oh. Okay. Looks very much like Link. And then I saw the outfit and I'm like, okay.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay.
All right.
I feel like I should clap or something. That was great.
Oh, I'm gonna be honest, man. I think I played this game 20 years ago, and I love to see that. I do. Like, and I bet you did too, right? Am I right?
Yes,
In between.
Exactly.
So, what was your inspiration for making a game like this?
Yes, so Failand is an action-adventure RPG in a platformer perspective in pixel art graphics. Its main inspiration is Zelda 2, the only Zelda made in a platformer view, and also in fact Xanadu, another NES-era game. The combat system also draws inspiration from the Castlevania series like Symphony of the Night and Order of Ecclesia. So yes, in this game, I'll continue showing more of the slides.
Absolutely, yeah.
Great.
So in this game, you can create your own character. It has some customization options. Furthermore, you also change visually your equipment as you acquire new items. The world in this game is a full RPG. Like you go to towns and you go to a city, go to the castle, talk to the king, and this is a single player game. But these characters send you on quests. Like you have their main quest and there are side quests. The enemies' inspirations are the enemies and the world building is drawn from the Lord of the Rings as well. We have 70 enemies, and we battle goblins, orcs, trolls, a kraken, there's a dragon, there's a giant spider. So there's a lot of enemies that you would expect from a fantasy game like this. There's also human bandits and such. In this game, we made put a lot of work and effort to make sure that the player were able to acquire lots of movement abilities, like you can roll past enemies, backflip, double jump, wall jump, crash slide, swim in directional, and also have directional attacks. So there is a lot of abilities that you would expect from a game in this genre. The world of Failand is we split into 3 types of areas. We have towns where you expect to find friendly NPCs. There are paths that connect these towns that are like forests or mountains and such, and they connect the towns to the 3rd type of levels, which are the dungeons, which are the most challenging areas and where you can expect to have a boss battle at the end.
That's where shit goes down?
Yes, I'm sorry?
There it is. I said that's where shit. So that's where you fight the bosses. And I'm gonna be honest, man. Like there's a huge breadth of content. How many bosses are in the game? You got an idea, like how many you have planned at least?
Yes, there are 6 bosses. There's actually the game is story oriented, so the game is split into 6 chapters, and each chapter basically ends up with a boss battle, as you would expect in a lighter RPG game like a Zelda and such. Yeah.
I don't want to interrupt like the presentation. I wanted you to kind of get through it first before I jump in with questions. So I saw during the trailer at one point you're like crossing that log and you got kind of knocked down into the hole, I guess. Can you kind of give me just lay the foundation where the story really takes place? I'm assuming that's where you get like, the hero and you get knocked down and you got to climb your way back up, or how would you describe the foundation of the story?
Yes, let's jump to the story. Let's talk about the story.
Okay.
The story is a classic heroic story. The Fays built the world, and they also created humans. They gifted humans with the ability of magic, and they use magic to create prosper cities and civilizations. But then humans also started to use the magic of the Fae to turn into they turned the magic as a weapon, and they went into wars. These the fairies, the faction of the fairies decided to punish humans for this, and they turned them into goblins and ogres and monsters. So another faction wanted to defend the humans, and they went into war themselves. This happened 1,000 years ago, and the Fae kind is believed extinct when the game starts. You start as a hunter. You create your character. We call it Sam for the promo materials, but you create your own character, your gamer name, and then Sam is a hunter. He wakes up in this secluded hut in the woods, and then one night he's attacked, raided by a group of ogres, and he has to flee his home. In that cutscene that you see, he's just is that exact situation. He's left without nothing, with no equipment. And in that time, the game shows you the dodge mechanics until you arrive to a town, and then the town has their own situation, and that calls for a hero or an adventurer to jump in. So that's what you do, and it takes you on a trail of quests where you meet some remaining Fae, and they also have something for you. And you may become the hero that saves both kind, human and Fae. So yeah, that's about the story.
Interesting.
All right.
Okay. And where do you get the? You go ahead, Kelly.
Oh, yeah. Well, do you want to talk about the story a little more? Because I had more questions about the development and kind of where you are with things.
You go.
Yes.
You go right ahead. I'm sure you got better questions than me.
Yeah, I was curious, like, how many people have worked on this and how long have you been working on it for? Because, like everybody else said, there's a lot of content in here. You know, it looks beautiful. Like, I can tell there's a lot of work in it already.
Yes. Wanted to talk about the timeline and my personal story with this game, how we came to be here. I'm a Cuban-American immigrant. I came to the U.S. in 2013, 11 years ago. I have a background in industrial design, and I quickly, I always, and since I was a kid, I wanted to make video games and do creative work towards video games. But back in Cuba, they have no resources or access to technology or in the internet. So when I came to the US, I started learning by myself how to program video games. And yes, I quickly, because I had a background in interior design, I was able to do freelance work and put a lot of time, or half of the time, in this project. And I started assembling a team and a vertical slice that we took to Kickstarter back in 2018, 6 years ago. From then, we switched to Unity because the engine back then was in Construct 2. So we switched to Unity because we saw the interest to have the game in every type of console. So we switched to Unity, and by the end of 2019, we had a partnership with a publisher, which came into effect starting in 2020. That really helped. We started having milestones and meeting feasible milestones and moving forward with development. There was at the time more than 20 people working on the game, with multiple animators and artists and writers and such. By mid-2022, this publisher, this was a renowned publisher, and they changed in their leadership and also changed their vision, and they decided to step out. This left us without the platform that we were going to have for releasing the game, and it was also a moment of growth for us because our social medias weren't as strong since we already had this partnership. So from then we started reaching out to other publishers, but without finding a correct match, we actually just released, and we didn't want to wait more on this game, because we have put so much money and time over a decade at this point. We decided to self-launch an early access version that would help us to get the word, spread the word about the game, and would help us finish the remainder of the project. So yes, this is a whole picture of where we are at this time. From this point on, we plan to continue working on these chapters, continue doing work, spreading the word, and releasing hopefully 1.0 before the end of the year.
Yeah.
Damn, so this is coming out real quick.
I'm sorry?
I bet that must be crazy for you, the fact that, it's been going on for 10 years and it might actually be finished at the end of the year. Is that right?
Yes, because we, even before, by 2022, we had already a game loop. So all these areas, the bosses and enemies and everything has been implemented to an extent. So we really have a game loop. What we are releasing, because the game is story-oriented, what we're doing with early access, we're releasing chapters as we polish them as best as we can. So that's why we can have a shorter timeline at this time just to finish those.
So that release day at the end of the timeline I'm looking at is for Chapter 1 to be released?
Okay, no. So what we have already available in early access is Chapter 1 and 2. Yeah, it's Chapter 1 and 2. Then next month in April, we'll be releasing Chapter 3 out of 6. This will mark we'll be halfway there. From then on, we'll do in summer and fall, and before the end of the year, the last update, hopefully.
You've mentioned we a whole lot. How big is your dev team?
Yes. So currently we are like 9. We're like 5 working on it full time, and 4 others doing as freelancing and taking care of some of the contracts as a contract. But we are like 9 at the moment. But yes, where most of the assets and design and level design, world design, enemies, everything is already being worked on at this moment. Yes, we are 9.
Yeah. How are you doing on Runway at the moment?
Well, we really have a very limited budget at this time. We are using, of course, the sales from early access, and yes, it's challenging. I'm not going to tell you anything different, but yeah, it's for us, it's a passion. Even the team, we have been working on, together for so many years. We all just want to see it out, and yeah.
Yeah, finishing a game is so hard. Also, I'm sorry to hear about the publisher. Just to give, I guess, a little context for folks. Publishing deals are typically based on milestones, and something that's common with project financing, which is like publishing, is that the publisher can cancel the contract essentially at any given time. And that's a big difference with if you do investing like VC or equity investing, where you get the money up front. There's pros and cons to both of those things, but his story, it's not totally common, but it's not uncommon. And a lot of times it doesn't have anything to do with the project or the company. A lot of times it just has to do, somebody gets bought by someone. Yeah, the boss changes. They run out of money. A game that they bet on didn't do well, and so there can be a lot of factors. But thankfully, you're close to the end, and it sounds like you're able to get in a little revenue through getting into early access, which is really smart. It's very resourceful, and it's hard to finish a game, especially when you've been working on it for so long. A lot of people, start projects but don't always finish them. So you should be really proud of the progress that you made with the team.
I think the chapter strategy is really good.
Yeah, I love that.
So we've talked a whole lot about dev size and all that jazz, but I do want to see a little bit more gameplay. And progression system. So I know there's a story, but what about your character upgrades? Are those in the game? What kind of weapons? What's the combat like? I just want to see.
Well, that's a good question. Yeah, what's the difference? Do you have different kinds of weapons? Because I saw you were using a bow and arrow. Yeah, you want to talk a little bit more about that?
Yes, of course. You do. You have knives, swords, long swords, whips, spears. Those are the weapons. For tools, we have bows, boomerang, hook, the flute, that's what you call the flicken to fast travel. Yes, so you have a lot of weapons, a lot of maneuvers for combat, like dodges and such. To see more of that, if there's time, I think we could play the game build at some point. I wanted to show you also the map system. It's before I jump into that, if there's time. Let's
take a look at the maps. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I see it.
All right. So the exploration is in a Metroidvania fashion, where you are required abilities so you can travel to new areas. But also we did something different with the map. There are two layers. There's a exterior layer that in that layer you can find forests and the towns and such. In the interior layer you can find caves and dungeons, and sometimes in the interior of the homes that sometimes are connected to caves and such. So, and they both layers are connected with transversal doors. So yeah, it adds a lot of new flavor and complexity to the classic formula.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I think the real strong suit to this, whole pitch is every time I see the game, it looks so good.
That's one of the things, because like I don't know how many trailers, like I'm not trying to throw shade at anybody, but like I don't know how many trailers I've seen before, and it's a 3.5 minute trailer and there's 5 seconds of gameplay, and it's like, yeah, I can see why. And so whenever I look at this game and you've got like, it seems like you have like a dodge roll iframe mechanic, you've got like a bow and arrow mechanic, like you've got tons of stuff going on with this game. I definitely can see why it took you 10 years. I mean, there's a lot that really went into this, it seems.
Yes, our aim has always been to like have all these types of locations and the graphics and all these items and abilities. And our aim with Failand has always been to make Failand a game that that stands out in this genre. This is our purpose with this game. This is our ambition with this game. I can talk to you a little bit more about the design process and how we make the art. I think pixel art games today are usually game developers use pixel art as a way to simplify budgets or rendering times, but for us it's a little bit more complicated than that. We use, before going to pixel art, we actually do concepts, line art, sketch, color sketches. We design every room, with the whole map we actually draw in Photoshop. Like we do all the design, the character design, the animations, we do all this, and then we move to pixel art as our ultimate rendering form. It's the last thing we do after the design is all pre-approved and everything. It's our way to make the designs cohesive and professional, and also our way to honor to this nostalgic.
Oh, that looks badass, man. Yeah, I love that.
All right. Yes, so yeah, this is about the presentation. I don't know, before jumping to the ask, I don't know if we have time to play the build, or should we just jump to that?
I think that like if we have a little bit of time, like I can play it for a couple of minutes and just like kind of move around, and you can explain kind of like what I'm doing. Yeah, sure. Like guys, we got all this set up. So like some of these games, not necessarily all of them, we're not going to commit to this, but like, hey, there are some of these games that we're going to try and play for ourselves. And so I don't know, production, y'all want to go ahead and pull up my screen? I'll take a look at it. I got my controller right here. Okay, that's me. Okay, so I got me right here, and you can change, obviously, the way the character looks, hairstyle, obviously. You got a bald hair? Okay, and there we go.
Don't hair do it color. Like that, man. Come on, showcase some hair in the game. Come on.
Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, nobody wants to see, nobody wants to see that, man. I mean, let's be honest. Okay, all right, we got a cool purple hair guy, and we'll go ahead and accept. And then, let's see. Oh geez, let's see. I'm gonna spend like 5 minutes doing this. Okay, Asma, that looks good, right? That's the way it's supposed to be.
Great.
Get in the game. Tell us how fluid it feels, how it feels to play. That's important stuff.
And hopefully people can hear the audio. I'm assuming, can you guys hear the audio? Because all right, great. They hear the audio. I do hear it. It's fine. I'm good. And so we've got right here, and this is just the traditional, like old school game, telling you the story, letting you know what's going on. I really love the style here of the intro. I recently went through. Yeah, I recently went through and played Blasphemous 1 and 2, and man, I forgot how good some of these games can be. And so we've got this going on. There's the Fae. They're going to go through the whole story. And you kind of just talked a little bit about the story, and so I'm going to go ahead and just show some of the art, then we'll go through this and get into some actual gameplay here.
Yes, well, some of these, because we already talking a bit about the story, if you want, after you see the start slides, you can actually press A and to go over them quicker if you want.
Okay, yeah.
We're gonna have to stay
so
up through
this
this
shows the creation of the world, and then in this slide they were creating humans, and how in this one they were creating like societies, then how they used magic to go to war, how the humans were punished, and how they went to war, they fight themselves. Yeah.
Okay, and so is this where our hero begins his journey?
Yes, so this is 1,000 years later, and then something is about to happen that we really don't know what it means at first. So I'll just leave you to watch that.
Uh-oh. Oh.
That's the most smart looking ogre I've ever seen.
It's a big boy.
I hope you don't have to fight him right away. I'm like nervous for you. Oh no, there's something hiding in the shadows.
It's a Balrog. Oh boy, I wonder what's gonna happen now. So I'm here in my house and everything is fine and okay, right after a scene of a bunch of goblins running at some area that you don't know with axes and swords. What could possibly go wrong? And so we've got right here, you've got the hunting knife, and so you've got to see a short reach, light with attacks. Okay, simple enough. Okay, and you can attack, pretty simple. And then what's in here? Let's take a look. Hunter's tunic, all right. And peasant footwear. Oh, good. I have that in real life. And press start to show your inventory and change your equipment. Okay. And so you've got, obviously, those are...
Yes.
Oh, my God. These are all the
There's a lot in there.
So yes, this section on the left shows all the weapons that you will be able to acquire, then the tools, and here tunics, gloves, boots, and such. And these are like quest items and monster parts. This is the map. Yep.
So
Holy shit, Carlos! How long is this game gonna take to complete?
Well, we're aiming for like 11 hours, something like this. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. The first two chapters are about 3 hours, and this one that we're working on will be like almost 2 hours. So it'll be like, like 10, 11, not 10, but 11 because of the side content that we have planned after you.
I think that's a really good length.
Yeah.
So in this first quest, you're asked to equip all your hunting gear and get out, basically, to hunt that deer. Yeah.
Ooh, I just saw that number go from 9 to 8. Oh, I can get my arrows back.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, look at
The
that.
little wiggle they do in the wall.
Yeah. So you can move this up and down. Okay. And we'll go ahead and go through here.
What is the power scaling progression in this game, or is there none?
So there is no experience. So you acquire you will get more powerful with actual equipment. Some magic items like an enchanted bow later on and such, and better weapons like better.
Kind of like, was that Breath? Is it Breath of the Wild like that?
There was no experience in Breath of the Wild. Yes, so everything was through equipment. You're right.
Yeah. Okay.
If we go to the left after you finish your practice, yes, you want to go to the left.
I really like the animation style. It's really beautiful. It's like fun. It's bouncy, you know? Like, yeah.
It's also really cool to see it in like a pixel game, right? To feel how fluid it is in pixel form is, I mean, it's like one of the best pixel graphics I've ever seen.
One of my favorite games growing up was Secret of Mana, so seeing this again really is good. It's very nice.
Oh yes, I know what you mean with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some inspiration from there, of course.
I could see that, especially with the water.
The water.
Yeah, it's a beautiful setting for a Metroidvania too. I feel like sometimes they skew a little like industrial.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a nice way to stand out. Like you said, it's a big genre, you know, and there's a lot in there, so it can be difficult to really stand out in the crowd. So I think this does a good job, especially visually. But yeah, talking about how you made the animations is cool.
Is there a dash, Asmund?
Do I have a dash?
Not at the moment. This is an ability that you will acquire later on. Yeah.
Oh wow! So the dash. Okay.
You
oh my god.
Up and down in the air.
All right, go ahead and do it, Asmund.
Oh, we can do a down attack. Okay, all right.
Try the up attack. Ah, there it is.
Yeah, animations
Nice.
are pretty responsive. Oh, we got this danger bird up here. Got him.
Yeah, that's why it shows you this move right away.
That's a pretty good timing that the mob that
You
you would
threw
have
that
to
bird in there
attack
to
in the
kill it.
air happens right after the tutorial to attack in the air. It's convenient.
Yeah.
That bird's meant to
You'll
die.
acquire a ledge
And
climbing.
so this is where the double jump is, right?
No, you'll acquire grab and ledge climbing
I
soon
see.
enough, but you don't start with that just yet.
Okay.
Oh, so you got to go down. I
Let's see if
assume.
this game has fall damage.
Oh, here we go.
No,
No,
at
it
least not that distance. Okay.
Aw.
All right, we got another apple.
To the right. Yeah.
If you get hit by this, Asmund, you suck. Okay, nice.
I've not gotten hit once. All right.
That's true.
A watermelon.
Those mushrooms are sneaky. All right, man. Oh, it's Bambi. What's this?
So this is your quest. You are actually looking for game at this time.
Okay, well, that's a
Oh, you're a
problem.
hunter. Okay, that makes sense.
It's Mr. Krabs. Who's this? We gotta go kill him, right?
Damn, look at the water. Jump in that water more.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Look at
Look
that.
at that.
Don't get hit, bro. Nice.
Okay. All right, I got it. I'm surviving.
More watermelon.
And so let me try something. I did that on purpose. Okay. And so if I eat that,
Just a show.
okay. So you're picking up food, and you can actually eat food. It's not the same as like other games where you're picking up hearts. There's actually individual different types of food that you pick up in the world, and that heals your health. Is that right?
Yes, correct. And each item has a different health amount.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you bring with you like certain types of food throughout the game?
Yes, you can collect all these, and there's a 99 limit, which will be impossible to reach. But yes, so,
Oh, I see. So now you can select the kind of food that you want to use for the situation at hand.
yes, correct.
And
You can go down just to show the directional swim. You will also be able to attack underwater, but not just yet.
Okay.
so you unlock these things as you
Right.
progress tutorial and story.
Right. So that's a locked area for now because of that. Yeah.
That's the classic Metroidvania. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and this game, and by the way, like just so I understand here, this game is available for people to play right now. Is that accurate?
Yes, that's correct. A disclaimer there, when we saw the trailer, we also saw scenes that are not in that early access version yet. So for people to take into account. But yes, it's in early access, it's available. People can start playing all this content. What you're playing right now is actually our early access version, the one that we have on Steam.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't want to give away too much more of the game so people can actually try it out themselves. But overall, I will say that, it plays well. There's not a lot of, I mean, it would have been funny, right, if the game had glitched out during the presentation, but that did not happen.
Awkward.
It would have been kind of awkward, but hey, it did not happen. It did pretty well. So, Carlos, what do you want from us? What do you want from this this show?
All right. Okay. So, for the investment, what I wanted to ask the three of you, since we are still in this final stretch, and we have also some assets to be finalized, and we are looking for to finish those, particularly backgrounds and environment art. So we are looking for $6,000 from the three of you to spend on the backgrounds art. Also, so what you see here on the left is an example of how we take from concept art to finalized pixel art. On the bottom right, you see some examples of areas that need to be put into pixel art.
Sure.
And on the top right, you see status in the game, because I also wanted to say that any of the three of you or that pitches in for this goal today will have an in-game statue of yourselves.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Will it be at the beginning of the game or the end?
No, the statues are actually in the Founders Passage. This will be a location together with other super backers that we have from the Kickstarter campaign. And this area is actually a little hidden.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not one of the areas that. Oh, and a disclaimer also on the picture that you see with the 3 statues. Those are the steps to enter the castle. So this is not exactly how the statues will look or where the area, right?
This is tough because you want $6,000 or say $2,000 from each of us, but we haven't even seen the other games. I will say that this game exceeded what I expected on this show already. This game has, again, probably the best pixel art graphics I've ever seen. It is an extremely competitive genre, Metroidvanias.
It sure is.
Like it's extremely competitive. But this game seems to be pretty unique enough, and judging by how Zach feels, fluid enough and all that jazz to be fun. You've got awesome boss fights. You've got a story that seems pretty intriguing. I haven't gotten to dive into it yet, obviously.
So all right. Now it's my turn to talk.
Go ahead.
Okay, so here's the thing. I don't know how old y'all are, but I'm 33. And I'm old as fuck. At least I feel like it. I see my friends are getting gray hair. It's stressing me out. And that means that I have nostalgia for a game like this. And so I have no problem putting in $2,000 for this game.
Whoa.
I will put in $2,000 for this game. Absolutely. It's not even a question. Yep.
Thank you so much.
I know, obviously, it's like we got a lot of games, but I want to make sure that I at least give this some degree of credibility. I mean, like, damn, this is it's an exciting game for me to see. I like seeing things like this, and also, like, again, there's a huge element of this that's nostalgia for me. I love to see it, and so, yeah, I'll give you $2,000.
Go back to that other screen where Asmund only had 3,000. Okay, so it almost feels like I'm winning. Like me and Kelly are in first. That's how it feels. Okay, sorry, just pointing that out. Kelly, you go ahead.
I have a quick question. How much funding do you need just to finish the whole thing? Like, if somebody was like, "Hey, I was going to give you all the money that you needed to finish the game," like, what would that look like? Not a trick question, just curious.
All right. Yeah, it's a good question. For the remainder of the time that we have until December of this year, we're basically looking at something in the $50,000-$60,000. Yeah. Yes. While it won't be for the art, because honestly, this what we're asking here is really what we have in backgrounds left. But in general, yes, in programming, in development, in implementing and such, that's what we're looking for in that sense. Yeah. And I will use this moment to say to your viewers and people that may be interested also on publishers or even content creators that are looking for a business opportunity, we are still open to have a partnership to take the marketing efforts to the next level and also to help with porting to consoles. So yes, just wanted to put out there, even for you 3 as well, if you are interested in that. Right.
Great. Yeah, thank you for answering that. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm clueless as hell. How difficult is it to port things to consoles?
There's a process. Each of the game is already pre-approved for the 3 of the consoles. But even then, the game is in Unity, which is highly compatible. It shouldn't be. It should be not too complex from this point. Even then, there may come issues with performance and such, but because even if it's a 2D game, it has many of the modern effects. There's a water reflection, refraction. There's a lot of things going on in the graphics. So yes, and it will take a process. Usually, it should be like 4 months at least that you should plan when the game is finished to release on console, because of all the vetting and reviewing and such.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think the budget that you mentioned, by the way, I think is like totally fair. Like it's an accurate amount, I'd say. And hopefully you can find like a publisher or someone that will come in and do finishing funds and help you, because that's kind of an ideal situation. As the game's basically done, it's cool, people are excited about it. Like all you do is put some money into it and it's out, which is great. I feel stressed about giving out 2,000 early, so because we haven't looked at the other stuff. So I'm leaning towards doing 1,500. Like I feel really into the idea. I love the art. I love the story. I don't know. Yeah, and I'm hoping there's the audience voting at the end, and there's a little bit of extra money at the end. But yeah, I'm leaning towards 1,500. So. I don't know, Soda, if that puts you on the spot to put in more.
Well, okay, so let's say the next dev comes on and they're
Well,
like,
we put in money, Soda, so maybe you can save it for somebody else, right? It's okay, because it depends on how you want to look at it. Do what you want to do. Like, I'm not trying to pressure you.
I also want to show my respect for this game, because again, I didn't expect to see such a high-end pixel art graphics game. You guys have been working on it for 10 years. It looks really fun. It looks awesome. And I'm kind of just going to have to go in and I'm guessing here because I don't know the next games. I have no clue. You want $6,000. Kelly's only doing $1,500. Asmon did the $2,000. That leaves me at either $2,500 to give you what you want or you don't reach the goal. Fuck. So
well, you don't go ahead. Do what you're going to do.
All right. Fuck it, 2,500. Take it.
Whoa!
Thank you. Now, Carlos, bro, you are down bad. You got to at least buy a poster for that wall. You ain't got shit in that room.
I do.
Yeah, let's be real.
But if I'm gonna do my 2,500, what I demand is that my statue is at least 1 pixel bigger than Kelly and Asmon's, whoever else you're putting in.
Granted.
I feel like that's maybe ask for more than 1 pixel. Not very much on the screen.
It must be noticeably bigger. It can be minor, but it must be noticeable.
All right, granted.
Okay, 2,500. I'm in.
Oh my goodness.
So
there
exciting.
it is, man. There it is.
I cannot believe it. I really appreciate it. I'm really thankful for the outcome of this today. I cannot believe this is real. Thank you so much. I was already like really happy and thankful just to be in this show and in the show's premiere. This means a lot, and having you play the game is really something emotional for me. I have seen Asmon play RPG games that I like personally, like Elden Rings and Dragon's Dogma and World of Warcraft and games in that vein. And having you play this today, it means a lot to me. And having the three of you really appreciating the game, really showing that you were willing to put this amount towards this goal, I cannot express the amounts with words what I mean, my emotions.
Hey, you've been working on this game for 10 years. Like, yeah, you've been committed to it, man. This is incredible to see. We totally support it. This is awesome, man. I can't wait to see it finished.
Yeah,
all the positivity that's going to be coming your way as the game is kind of, start to approach release is deserved. So congratulations on that upcoming release, and I hope the best. I really do. I also look forward to my statue, but Kelly, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll say, I'm super, like I said, you should be very proud of the work that you've done. Something that I'd love to offer that's outside of the money thing, and I talked to the folks on the team about this, is to get us connected up outside of the show, and we can set up some time that I can talk and give you some advice, or maybe offer to make some intros for you to help find the end of the funding that you need. So yeah, would love to help to give you some advice outside of this.
I would really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'll definitely keep in touch and follow up on that.
Great. Awesome. Yeah, congratulations. This is a great way to start the show. And you did great.
Yeah,
I know, it's nerve-wracking.
First episode.
I know. Strong start.
Anyway, man, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much for sharing your game. Gentlemen, once again, Failand, you can wishlist and actually even play the demo right now on Steam. Thank you so much, Carlos Gonzalez, and I look forward to playing the finished game.
Thank you so much to you all.
Congratulations.
Nice meeting you, Carlos. Have a good one, man. I gotta pee.
Okay. All right. Wow. So Kelly, what did you think? That was my first one, at least doing it publicly like that. Is that how a lot of the pitches go? Where did that rank on like your tier list of pitches and like game? Like how would you give insight into how to look at that game?
Yeah, I thought he did a really great job. The slides, like we didn't have the questions, given to him in advance, right? And every question that we asked, he had a slide. He was explaining why it was important. I think this is something when people are pitching and they get asked a question, it feels like there should be like there's a right answer. But I think most of the time it's not that there's a right answer. It's just that you have an answer and you've thought about it. And you could tell it was very thoughtful, and he's put a lot of work into it, and was very clear about what they wanted to do, what they needed, what you could expect. So, yeah, I thought that was really great. And also it's very bold to come on in front of a lot of people, and do something kind of scary like that. So I thought he did a great job.
He was the first guy.
I know.
Oh,
That's
man.
so hard.
The first guy on the first episode, it's like, man, especially since he's watched my stream, I bet he's like, oh, geez, I don't know what's going to happen. So yeah, I'm happy.
Jack and I are not known to have the most positive, loving audiences that appreciate things.
I was told you guys were going to be nice, and this was a super friendly show. So I don't know who I was talking to.
A liar.
Display.
So that's the first game. I mean, I'm going to be honest, guys. We got 4 games to go through. We got to get to the next game.
We do.
How much money do we have left?
Well, it'd be $6,000 total. We had 15,000, so then now we'd be at 9,000.
Well,
that's the way the numbers are.
All right, so we are currently, assuming we could not do the same amount for every game. We are behind.
It would be 6 times 5. That'd be 30. We have 15, and so the math is.
Yeah, math.
You see how because it's like, there's like the
I'm glad
number.
You're here, Asmund. Thank you.
I mean,
I'm just looking at the little calculations on the screen.
Yeah. It's okay. I've got someone telling me the numbers.
Good.
We're going to get in the second game. Now,
all right.
I would explain the second game, but I fucking can't. So what we're going to do is we're going to have Nathan Paulson come in here. And he's going to be talking to you guys about his new game coming up, and FMV Souls-like. What's going on with this game? I'm actually. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Is this
the dev or is this a recording?
I bet this is the dev. No, this is probably normal. This is probably what it looks like. One of my viewers. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Premiere. Warning. The video you are about to watch contains prototype footage of a technical test. All assets will be replaced.
In the not-too-distant future, 2007, an evil is brewing.
Special Agent Candace Deke, and I'm here to investigate missing persons.
Oh, Mr. Deke, you'll find that this is where the lost come to find themselves.
Oh my god.
Are you here to
I
take
love the
part in
acting.
the One Wish tournament? Those that make it to the top get one wish. Oh shit. Sanitation threat detected. Must eliminate threat. Nothing can get in the way of my goals.
I think he is actually
Alright, maybe
that.
a game or two. Whoop. 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 Hey, quit moving
aiming at
around, you.
console.
Hey, that's pretty cool. I should buy another.
That was me.
I thought that's how we described the game. I didn't know that's actually what the name of the game was.
So this wasn't a pre-recording. It really is the dev with a bucket on his head.
Is it a mystery? Do we see?
Oh no. We got to figure out we got to get to the bottom of this.
Okay, so first we got to find out what the fuck we just watched.
So what the fuck are you doing, man? How you doing?
Face reveal.
Hey!
There he is.
It is Nate with Soul Shared Games. And what you just witnessed is an alarm going off.
Sorry,
but what you just witnessed is our prototype trailer for our next upcoming game, FMV Souls-like. It's a blend of 90s retro full motion video graphics with the modern day mechanics of a Souls-like experience. Think of Night Trap meets Elden Ring.
Oh,
now I'm seeing. Be respectful, chat. All right. I see some faces out there. What are your initial thoughts, Soda? What are you thinking?
Okay, so you're coming to me for my initial thoughts first. Okay.
Yeah.
Bold move, Cotton. I want to know what the fuck's going on. Like,
Hey.
I saw a little bit of gameplay. I saw some iframing. So are all the enemies like you with a green screen?
At the moment, yes. We're phase 1. You know, we're this is very early prototype.
I can
but hey,
see
you know,
that.
but so yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So what?
Yeah,
what
yeah.
is
You can
phase
see
2?
Well, so okay, phase 1
Okay,
is
sorry.
I'm explain phase 1. I'll get to 2. So phase 1 is kind of just get a basic combat system down. Get the basic maze generation of the levels, you know, just see if the game is fun, right?
Yeah.
And then we move it on to phase 2, you know, we basically build out everything. We improve the combat a little bit, we improve the levels, we get better graphics going. I mean, this is all placeholder stuff right now. This is the worst you will ever see this, hopefully.
Okay. So explain to me. So, okay. I see the crosshair on the screen is moving. Is that via controller?
It is mouse or controller, but yes. So it's a little different. There's a lot of accuracy in this game. Like your main form of weapon is rage.
Okay. And what are the how many spells do you have? I see a dash attack. I see like some frontal cone.
Yes. So you'll have a combination of different attacks. You'll have your ranged attacks where you'll be able to swap out your ranged weapon. You know, we're thinking pistols, shotguns, stuff like that. And then we'll also have your melee weapons, like you saw the sword attacks and stuff like that. But then you also have class abilities. And so that will spice
What
things
kind of
up.
classes can you have?
So right now I've got a gunslinger who will focus on, you know, ranged attacks and kind of some agility. Then you have the Deadman, which is a powerful class, but low health. You know, it's, you know, your glass cannon kind of thing.
Got it.
But, you know, he's so powerful, hell couldn't even contain him. That's like his backstory. So he can summon reapers and things from beyond the grave.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm
Yes.
looking at the screen. I see like the turnaround.
Yeah. So that is an ability right there. What you just saw. That is the gunslinger's tumbleweed reload. So when you stagger a bunch of enemies, if you hit a manual reload, it will deal damage to all of the enemies currently stunned for additional damage per each stun. So it's like a buildup. And it plays the sound effect. It goes. I can't whistle, but
I got it.
I can't either. So I'm looking the game. So
Yes, I
I'm
can't
going to be
either.
I'm going to be very blunt, and it looks so stupid, but it has actual deep, well, not somewhat deep mechanics. Like there is gameplay, there is iframe dodges, there is juggling, but I'm looking at you just looking around like it's you in a green screen. It's just so. What's the word? They don't match each other, but it's in a great way, kind of.
Yes.
So I'm going to say I'm kind of a sucker for this kind of stuff. I actually really love that it looks like this. I like the weird full motion video. When I was looking at this yesterday, I don't know if you know Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. It's like a show. Anyways, you should check it out if you haven't seen it. Or Stanley Parable maybe is a game that is
played
like
that one.
Yeah, a little comparable. Like, I kind of like that it's doing its thing, I guess is a way to say it. And kind of like, I'm assuming messing with the expectations of people that are going to be playing it. So I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm into it. I think it's funny. I think it's interesting. Yeah.
It's exactly like you were saying. When you look at it, you're like, what is this? But when you get your hands on it, it's like, why are the controls so tight? Why is this combat system so deep for this? Like, what is going on here? It's a fun mismatch. It's kind of like a surreal experience, is what I'm going.
Right. I really love the kind of surreal, like the Noobo Award for the IGF is always like one of my favorites. It's like, what is the kind of like weird games made by weird people? No offense, but
Yes, yeah.
The fucking eye
kind of my jam.
So what's the gameplay loop in this? Is it a roguelike? Is it a roguelite? Is it RPG or story?
So I'm thinking mostly like a Souls-like. I'll just throw out the back story of the game. Like, you're stuck in a tower and a tournament is going on called the One Wish Tournament, right? And so your goal is to get to the top of the tower, you know, killing everyone along the way, getting to the top, and whoever gets to the top gets the one wish. It's kind of like Twisted Metal inside of Silent Hill. It's kind of what we're going for. And so, when you get to the top, you know, you'll meet a lot of interesting people along the way too. That's where the FMV like really shines.
Okay. And how long would each run take, would you say, a successful run?
I was with the FMV, I think there's more importance to maybe having a story along the way. I think that's what the FMV crowd would. So I'm expecting
The finger guns are good.
That's just placeholders. I'm gonna work out a way to get guns into the hands and stuff. Like,
so
I want
what
guns.
Part of the trailer isn't a placeholder?
I mean, all of this place. I mean, this is just technical test. This is
right.
Very early. You know, this is just testing out the movement and stuff like that. But yeah, the game, I'm planning for it to be about an 8 to 12 hour run, depending, you know, how production goes, you know.
Okay.
But I expect it as a single playthrough. If it gets a lot of hype, it's easy enough to make like a rogue-like mode out of it too. But,
all right,
but so, you know, let's start with the 8.
So your character, the main character, when you're the trailer you're walking as right now, is that placeholder or is that gonna be one of the characters? Is that how it looks?
It's a placeholder of a character that's going to be in there.
But it's going to be someone with a green screen.
Yes.
Or no? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So there's the the robot fight where you're like iframing those red beams.
Yes.
Could you tell me if you could put anything there and snap it in? Describe to me what you would want that robot to look like.
That robot to look like?
Or do you want like that guy right there?
Okay, so in the cutscene you saw before that's how I want the robot to look. I want it to look like a guy with a bucket on his head, and everyone treats him like he's a robot, but he's obviously just some really bad production guy. You know, like, is he actually a robot or a guy with a bucket on his head? So you want to take the green screen characters to the next level. You want to keep going with that direction. Okay. Exactly. One thing I would hope, better cameras, a lot of those scenes, when I started this, I had one of those fold-up green screens, and, you know, trying to do those dodging and iframes, I could not fit inside that screen. I had to upgrade my studio, which is kind of still in the works. But again, you know, I'm building this thing out. I want to make sure the combat feels good, the levels feel right, and then also the graphic. I don't want to go too far in one direction too early. I want to kind of build it out all together.
Of course. Wow.
Have you made other games before? Is this the first project that you worked on?
So kind of my backstory, as my day job, I'm a lead game developer at a studio that's been making games for 10 years. But on the side, I created my own studio, Soul Shared Games. It's solo dev. It's kind of, you know, it lets me be crazy and, you know, do things I haven't seen before. You know, really express myself here.
Yeah.
And with that solo indie company, I've released 6 games so far. So I've been through the design to publish phases a few times. I mean, there's not really any big hits out there, but yeah, I've been through the process.
Are they all kind of like fun, like, I don't want to say vignette games, but like kind of little creative endeavors, I guess?
A little bit. They're all over the place. I mean, I started as a mobile kind of thing and then kind of realized I didn't like mobile too well, and you know, let's make PC games. Okay, let's make some fun stuff.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
I like that we're all just silent.
All right.
I don't know. I think it's cool. I like it. I think it's weird. Like, I don't know. Like, I like that you're not going to up the production value, I think, like, too much, you know? Like, to me, that's part of the fun of it. You know, and I like games that kind of subvert the expectations. Like Frog Fractions is another really good one if folks have checked that out or if you played that before. So I'm kind of in. I don't know. I'm into the general concept, even though it looks a little wonky. I don't know if we're gonna play it at all because I'm curious if you're telling us it feels great, but I'm like, does it?
Why don't we ask a question? What do you want out of what do you want out of this? What do you want? You want money?
Hey, money is great. But you know what?
What are we doing here?
What do you want here?
The real reason I am here, you know, I love the FMV style. It lets you really bring your expression out, right? And what I really am after here is offering you 3 cameo roles in the game. That's right.
Kidding me? Okay.
And which
I didn't know we'd get something.
Okay.
But I can't just let anyone into the game. I need to scout you out first, right? So we're gonna start with the hardest scene to nail, the death scene.
Oh God.
Asmon, how about you get up?
You really gonna try to fuck me around for this? All right, what do you want me to do?
You get up and demonstrate to us getting shot the fuck up and dying. I think a lot of people would like to see it.
Okay.
Yeah,
We're gonna work on some camera positioning here, Asmon. Maybe move that mic out of the way. We don't need to hear you. There you go. Get that out of the way.
What about
Make
his
sure it's
final
close to your
words?
face. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna work on the camera here.
Okay, is this good?
all right, perfect. Yeah. Now, okay, they're coming. The shots are coming.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God. I'm getting shot. Oh, man.
Now, down.
Jeez,
Down.
my leg. Oh, God. Oh,
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Ironically, if
Excellent.
I killed a boss and it acted just like that, that would be hilarious. Ah, my leg. Ah.
Perfect execution.
You're going to use
Asmon, have you ever died before? That was perfect.
I've got a lot of
Nailed it.
experience. I played Elden Ring.
Hey, yeah, of course. Yeah, you'll be dying a lot in FMV Souls-like too. But
So
yes,
you potentially want us to cameo actually being green screened characters in your game.
yes.
Fuck. Okay.
Like,
But I
maybe
have to
should've given
scout
way
you.
more money.
You know, I have to scout you.
Okay. You want me to try or no?
Yes, Soda, yes. So for you, I'm thinking bowman. That's what I see. Someone with a bow. Can you demonstrate to us killing a room of enemies with a bow? And remember, attacks are coming from all over. So you gotta be agile.
I gotta be agile? Okay.
Yes, they're coming from all over.
The thing is, I bet Pecky's, our like show director, knew this shit was coming, and he's like, I can't wait for this part. Make him fucking do stupid things. Can I act like wait, okay? It's like moving here. All right. So
Perfect.
Agile. All right.
Whoosh.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh,
Yes.
oh,
Yes.
oh.
Excellent. But wait, I forgot to mention, you're part wolf. Can you let out a howl for us?
He can.
Oh, marvelous.
I can't do that anymore. You're gonna get me.
I thought you were the guild leader of OnlyFans.
Yeah, I was. All right, and then it fell apart.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. Ugh. You just made me howl on screen. Did we at least have decent background music to filter out that cringe?
No.
Fuck. Okay. Well, I mean, now that's out there on the internet.
And now, Kelly, you're not getting out
God,
of this
now
either.
I'm nervous.
You're not getting out of it.
Oh,
Can you
boy.
show for us casting a level 10 spell, a maximum level spell? Can you kind of show off what that would look like to you?
I don't have as much like background space as everybody else here,
Look,
so
it's all in the arms.
I'm gonna go this way. All right, ready?
Yes.
And
Perfect. Yes. Yes. Very powerful.
I feel the wind up.
Yes.
Collection of energy. I saw it.
Yeah.
killed it.
God.
Marvelous. You're
Thank
all
you for making
hired.
me not shoot
So did
bows
you
or
get what
die.
you wanted?
Yes. Oh, yeah. You're all hired. Thank you for
Excellent.
coming to Pitch Perfect. We got that.
You're welcome. It was a great show, man. Thanks for putting it on.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Now that you have the FMV energy flowing through you, let's talk about my ask. Let's get to it.
A double ask.
I am looking for $750 to hit this checkout on this very reputable website. I spun the wheel today. I got the discounts. We got to hurry because those are going to run out.
$750? How much is a new pinball machine?
Yeah, it depends on the pinball machine.
Probably about $750, right?
Could be, yeah.
That's crazy.
But also, part of that money is to pay for actors.
Mm-hmm.
I want to pay them in something other than exposure. It's probably a good idea.
Where would you get these actors from?
Craigslist. It's
You
early
just
to
did.
tell. Yeah, exactly. I was thinking about maybe going to some theater groups or drama places or something. Get some people. I don't need maybe people who don't act too well, but find that balance.
There is a charm in Scuffed.
Yes.
Right. You don't want them to actually be too good. Like the whole point is it is stupid.
So that is $250 from each of you to get to that amount.
So,
But
I'm gonna go for. Or wait, what's your butt? Before I say
my
what I'm
butt.
gonna do.
This is also a gotcha. I've got you right here, and you can see on the screen here that is my banner poll right there. $750 gets you a 1-star FMV Souls-like. It will help boost the quality, but for each additional $750, you get an additional star up there, which will also boost the graphics, the quality, maybe also get a original soundtrack to, help pay some artists out there. But here's the thing. If we can get up to 3 stars, possibly each of you, I don't know how you want to break it down. If we can get to 3 stars, I like gotchas. If you get that 3 stars, I will add a shirtless Nate skin to the game. A playable shirtless Nate skin. And you will unlock it for everyone today, especially chat. I think they want to be able to experience that. So yes. And this banner, it's going to run till the end of the show. So, maybe it's picking at the end of your, back of your brain later. You're like, that shirtless, that is a good deal. It makes for an interesting hard mode when you play that.
That's a less compelling gotcha than I thought.
Aslan, you want to take this one?
Yeah. Okay. So we gotta think about this a bit. Here's what my opinion is. I will give you $100. But the reason why I'm not going to give you more is because if this shit ever comes out, I'll probably play it on stream. I think this is the kind of bullshit that I would probably try out on my own. It's funny. It could be entertaining. And so I would do that instead. But you can have $100.
I'll go next. So every Saturday, I like to kind of play new releases, and I like to throw in a bunch of stupid ass games in there. And every now and then, after playing these stupid games, I find a gem. I feel like your game would be a perfect contender on that list, but it would be one of those games that I play, and then I realize, oh wait, this isn't just stupid. There's actually some in-depth shit to this. And then I might end up playing it again, which is usually how that kind of system works. So because I think there's so much hidden depth to the game that a lot of people don't see, I'm going to give you the $250 on my end, just to give my stamp of, hey, there might be more than simply just a stupid trailer. But the stupid trailer kind of is, or not trailer, the stupid graphics, I guess, FMV, what are you all calling it?
Yeah, full motion
that
video.
is like the whole, what's the word, catch to the game, if you will. So I'll give my $250. I'm running out of money here.
Great. All right. Well, I decided a little bit earlier, but I'm going to put in 500. The 500 I saved from the last one. I'm gonna put in a 500. I just want to see, weird shit out in the world. I like that there are people that still make weird, strange things, and it was entertaining. So I'm putting in 500.
Nate, you seem like a really nice guy. You seem like if we didn't meet your budget, it feels like you'd be the best to take it, right? And we're still gonna give you the budget. At some point, we're gonna run out of money. I don't know.
It's unlimited.
You got the money.
The shit's coming out whether or not people want it. So, yeah, but
awesome.
Thank you so much. I mean, it means a lot to, us small developers when you guys give us exposures like this,
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Yeah. I love seeing strange things out there in the world, so yeah, good on you.
I'm out of here sweating, trying to shoot a fake bow and arrow, and then the hell's going on?
You nailed it. It looked like it could have been right in the game. You would have fit right in that trailer.
That Hal would have been like a boss in Rage.
Yeah, exactly.
It was crazy. Power Phase 2. Awesome.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't expect to see this. I really didn't. I feel like I'm back in high school, where like the first presentation is like the kid that got really good grades, and then the person after that is like the funny guy, and it's like it's not really like there's not as much depth in the presentation, but people remember it. That's the vibe that I'm getting out of this. So I want to say, Nathan, thank you very much for coming on and sharing your game, FMV Souls-like. How can people follow along with the progress of this game?
Yes, exactly. So our Steam page just went up. Again, it's a little early for a Steam page, but you can follow along in the progress. Just it would really help if you hit that add to wish list, mess with those algorithms a bit, and follow me on Twitter, Soul Shared Games, and follow the ride. See where this goes.
Awesome, Nathan. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Yeah, thanks a lot for coming on, man. We really appreciate it.
Pleasure meeting you, Nathan.
Bye.
All right.
Oh my fucking god.
What the fuck is going on?
That was fun.
Oh my god.
Now I'm like nervous about what the next 3 games are.
It's like, bro, what was that?
I think we were
It was
talking
entertaining
before.
at least. Yeah.
Before we went live, and I was telling you guys I was nervous about there being like a game where I look at it and it just looks like some shitty college project. And I think it was you, Kelly, that said there's one game that might make you think that at first.
Yeah.
But there's actually a lot to it, and I'm really excited. Was that the game?
That was the game. Yeah.
Surprise.
Yeah.
We do have a third game, gentlemen. We're going to be talking about the third game now, and this is going to be. I'm actually kind of curious to see what this is going to be. As I said, I only have vaguely looked at one game just to test out the whole software that we're using to play the games on today. So other than that, I don't really know anything about these games. So the third one that we're going to be looking at is a game where you effectively clean up ocean waste, and it's a more relaxing, satisfying, just chill, cozy game. The game is called. Say what?
No, never mind. Go on. Sorry.
Okay. And so the game is called Spilled, and we're going to bring on Linty, who's going to be talking about their game and pretty much what you can expect from Spilled. How you doing, Linty? You there? You're muted. You're muted because it has the little microphone thing.
Oh, all right.
Now you're not.
Hey, now we can hear you.
Did I
Yeah.
pronounce your name right?
Awesome. Great start. Almost. It's Lente.
Okay.
So for the people
that's right.
watching, that means
That's what you told me,
spring
yeah.
in Dutch.
Yeah.
It's hard. Yeah, I know. It's okay. So yeah, nice to be on here. If it's cool, I can do a quick introduction.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, so my name is Lente. I live on a boat in the Netherlands and I like to make games. So a little over a year ago, I started, I quit game dev school for the second time, and I managed to fulfill a long-time dream of mine and buy my own boat to live on. This also lowered my cost of living and allowed me to follow my passion a little more. That's the quick introduction. I just want to say now, I grew up on a ship with my parents.
Okay.
So yeah, I just love it, and all my life I've wanted to live on my own boat.
How often do you just get in the water?
That. So the engine is broken at the moment, which is a little bit of a bummer, but I have plans soon to go to the shipyard and maybe get a new one installed. So yeah, but if that works, I want to be out on the water like all the time. I want to travel and stuff.
If we got a little bit of budget left, we could get that engine.
Yeah.
Maybe
a stretch goal. Yeah.
We'll see.
Working.
What can we expect with this game Spilled? How does it work? Do you have a trailer or anything to show us for this?
Yeah, no, I can tell a little bit about the game. Sure. So while renovating the boat, I started working on my game Spilled.
Shit, it's a boat game.
Yes.
Who would have guessed?
So Spilled is a satisfying, cozy game in which you clean up oil spills. That's the very short pitch.
Yeah.
With the game, I hope to raise awareness on the problem of pollution, and I hope to inspire other developers to make similar games. So in Spilled, you start off in this first area with the small oil spills, as you can see. You clean up and recycle all the oil, and you get some coins for it.
Okay.
You can then use these coins to upgrade your boat. And you kind of want to, because moving on to the next areas, the oil spills will get bigger and bigger, and there will be different types of waste introduced.
Oh, I see.
So more on this. As I said, every new area, there's 8 areas in total, every area introduces a new type of waste or challenge. So the third area, for instance, introduces oil that's washed up on the land that you have to wash off with a water cannon. The 5th area, I think, has wildfires that you have to put out.
How's a boat go on the land?
It uses
How does
water
a boat
cannon.
go on the land? It has the water cannon you get in the 3rd area.
Oh, okay.
It didn't show the right
convenient.
video. Maybe we can... I don't know if we have... Yeah, this video. Yeah, that's the right one. So this is the water cannon.
And then you pick it up like you normally would.
The new mechanic you get in the 3rd area of the game. So the second area introduces plastic that you have to push to the recycling center. You can see here the collector in the front has these little catchers on the front. That's for the plastic, but that's fine. Yeah, so the game has 8 of these areas, and you move through 4 different biomes. That was the previous video, but that's fine. It's grass, rock, desert, and snow. And for every area in the game, you can find and save 2 animals that are trapped in oil.
Like Noah's Ark?
This bit. Yeah, pretty much. So there's 16 animals to be collected throughout the whole game, and it's just a little fun extra thing. Spilled is a smaller game on purpose. You can probably finish it in about an hour. It's my first commercial release, so yeah, as I said, it's on purpose. I didn't want to make things too hard for myself. I thought it might be a little wise to make a lot of mistakes early on and learn from them. So yeah, that's this.
Are you the only one working on the game?
For now, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow. How long have you been working on it for?
A little over a year. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I
think that's very smart. Yeah, that's very smart as a first project, though.
I try. I mean, even then, I thought maybe it would take like 6 months. And it's gonna be probably like 1.5 or maybe even 2 years all in all, with all the ports and stuff. So we'll see. It's fine. But this is the next part I was gonna go into. It's been going pretty well for the game. So ever since the start, I've been posting to Twitter about the game and my life on a boat. I kind of make the mix of the two.
Mm-hmm.
And things just seem to get crazier and crazier by the day. Like, being on the show is really awesome, and it's just one of those things that is really insane to me. Very scary as well. But yeah, so my Twitter has grown to over 18,000 followers over the year, and I've gotten over 20,000 wishlists on Steam, which is really huge. I've also recently done a successful Kickstarter, which is super cool and will allow me to keep working on the game sometime. Before this, I was living off of savings and like part-time jobs in the supermarket. That's all cool. Yeah.
Oh, Kickstarter.
So there it is. What the hell happened a little bit after September whenever that number went up a lot?
It was, I think, a Cozy Quest Steam event, some sale I got in, like via someone. I just got really lucky. I don't know. And I posted on Twitter about like the huge spikes, and that in turn got a lot of likes and attention. So I think that brought in more wish lists. So yeah, it was perfect. It was great. That was insane. I went from 4,000 over the whole year, 4,000 wish lists, to like 12,000 in like a few days.
Oh my god.
It's crazy. It's yeah, it's insane.
So you got that going on. Oh, go ahead.
When do you plan on having this game released?
I hope to have it done by like June. So there's Steam Next Fest in June, and it's advised to release like soon after Next Fest.
Okay, I don't know the order of the months. When's June?
June,
like 2.
Oh God.
2 months.
Yes, something like this.
Just know your audience.
I don't know. It might be a little tight. So there's another Steam Next Fest in October, and I think I'll just go for that one and release after October, just to make things a little more relaxed for myself. And luckily, I'm able to. So yeah.
Can I ask the price point you aim for?
I'm thinking right now like $7, like $6.99, but yeah, it's a work in progress.
Okay.
Is this only on PC, or are you looking at mobile? Because I feel like it would be fun to do it on a touchscreen.
It is for now only on PC, but mobile is planned as well, and I am talking to some consoles, so it hopefully will be on all consoles and stuff. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, I could see this being fun to play on the Switch, like just kind of cozying up.
I hear that a lot, so I would be awesome to have it on the Switch. That must be a crazy experience to play your own game on a Switch. That must be really cool.
Yeah.
So, you go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, it seems like a really good educational game you could give to kids, too, for them to play. It's kind of fun and cozy. I could see myself playing it, again, on like a Steam Deck when I'm traveling or something like that. Asmund, you go ahead.
I was going to ask, like, you know, you're on the show, you're here. What's your ask? What do you want from us?
Right. So this is the last bit I'll get into. I actually have something exclusive to show here on the show.
Ooh, okay.
And it's a potential updated look for Spilled. I don't know. Yeah, there's the video.
Holy shit.
So my friend Starby is his name. He's really good at what is called 3D pixel art. Beautiful. So to explain that a little bit is where I basically just use a low resolution to achieve the pixel look. Starby, he actually uses his shader skills and pixel art knowledge to make something that looks like actual drawn pixel art. But it's still all 3D, has all the effects, and you could even move the camera around and stuff, and it would still be like perfect pixel art. And it's super cool, and I would love to work with him. So, well, thanks, I guess.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's cool. That's cool.
It looks good. It looks so good.
I think so too. I'm super excited about it. Like, of course, there's something about my own like style, like before what I've shown, like that's all me. But yeah, this looks more professional to me. And this is just a mock-up again, like this was made in a week by him. So it will change a lot, but this is just an idea. Like, yeah. So anyway, no.
Oh,
he has done like 3D pixel art for a while. But he made this mock-up in like a week with some of his existing stuff really made from his engine and some new stuff. So, yeah. Anyway, I would love to work with him. And for this, any prize money from the show would help. Because, of course, I would want to pay him fairly for his work because I think he does a really good job.
Sure.
That's it. for me. Yeah.
So there's no specific ask, just as much as we can give to help get to that.
Yeah, something like this. But yeah, just whatever. I guess I'm gonna leave it in your guys' hand.
I've started
Maybe
the
a little
last
annoying, but yeah.
Yeah. I started the last 2. Y'all gotta start this one.
Fuck. Kelly, you got this.
All right. I was gonna say, I mean, I really love the style. I love cozy games. I love that, like, it's a reflection of the life that you're living, right? Is like you're on the boat and, you know, like incorporating this. It also sounds like this you said is the first game that you've made or worked on.
I've made some hobby projects, but yeah, it's the first like serious game that I'm like finishing and stuff and releasing.
Yeah, and seeing that traction is like really exciting. Yeah, so I really love to support developers that are like new into the industry, you know, and just like, especially if you can capture that excitement. I think sometimes like a game gets a lot of hype and then it's like 2 years until it comes out, right? And then it's kind of like gone a little bit. So I feel like your timing is really smart. I think, you know, if you're not ready in June, I would say like the waiting till October is smart, and timing it around Next Fest. A lot of indie games release in the fall and the winter anyway, so it's like a common time, I'd say.
Okay. Interesting.
Do you? I know you kind of have an open-ended ask, but do you have any like rough idea of like what it might cost? You know, is it to get the artist? Is it, you know, a few $100s, a few $1,000s? Like any ballpark?
Definitely in the thousands, but we haven't talked about it that much yet. Like the collaboration is still very young. We're both very excited about it, but it's very young still. Yeah, I don't know. He's very skilled. Like what he does takes a lot of like technical like knowledge, so I want to pay him well, right?
Yeah.
And I think the value he can add to the game is pretty huge too.
Right.
Like it suddenly will look so much more professional. So it's really hard to say.
Yeah. Have you been able to pay yourself?
Sorry?
Have you been able to pay yourself at all? Like I know you said you were doing out of savings before.
Yeah, savings, part-time jobs, and then recently in February I had a Kickstarter and I raised a little over 30,000 euros. Which is really great, and that will keep me going for some time. Of course, Kickstarter takes a cut, and there's taxes and stuff, so you know. But yeah. It's great, and will keep me, will allow me to work with people like Starby or someone for music or sounds. But it's still gonna be tight, believe it or not. Like games are pretty expensive.
I know. Yeah.
So. Yeah, it's the indie struggle, but it's cool.
Right. Yeah, and that's something. Yeah, I'm kind of happy that there's a show like this, you know, so people can learn a bit more about what it takes to make a game and the cost and, you know, how long. And I really think it's very important. One of the reasons that I started working in like the funding side is because I think that part is important, because I want people to have access to be able to make games, you know, that might not have the ability to do it or to make it their full-time job instead of having to work part-time and stuff. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think I'm going to be a little bold here. I'm going to go with 1,500.
Well, thank you.
I love the like trajectory of what you're doing. Like I hope that you're successful with this and things that you do in the future. And like, yeah, I love the idea and like that you know want to try to make this like a professional thing. That's really great. I offered this too to the first person we chatted with, but also I'd love to be connected up with you outside of the show and maybe take some time to give you some advice or make some connections for you and just learn more about like what you're working on and what your plan is. So yeah, nice. I'm excited for you. This is cool.
All right. Well, Kelly definitely came in pretty hard there. So now this game is great. It's got a lot of, you know, it's educational and it's cleaning up the ocean. The message is pure and true and great, and there's no arguing against it. Absolutely. Personally, I don't see myself playing a game like this, at least not on my PC. I could see myself on the Steam Deck, maybe, booting it up. But overall, this isn't necessarily a game I would boot up. If I had kids, I don't, but if I did, maybe I'd make them play it. 1,500.
Makes sense.
I'm not going to be coming in with 1,500, but I do want to show support for it, and I really, really support the solo dev thing you've got going on. Your story is really good. I'm going to come in. I'm going to give 500.
Yay.
And that's I don't have a lot money left either. So.
Yeah, you guys have been pretty. Yeah. What's the word? I don't know.
We're just throwing money around like crazy. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it is. Absolutely.
Thanks, Ally Bank.
Yeah, there it is. Ally, there it is. And so I'm going to be honest. I'm in basically the same. This is funny. I'm in the same boat as Soda. And I think that, yeah, see that. And I think, honestly, the game is cool. I like the idea. It's a positive idea. And it's very clear to me that there's a lot of people that believe in this game. You got $30,000 from a Kickstarter. That's pretty impressive. So I like to see that. I'll give you $500 for it, too, Sammy Soda.
He copied me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see where the game goes. And like, I'm gonna be real, like that pixel art, like glow up that you had there was crazy. That was so
Yeah, I'm really curious where it's gonna go. We'll see.
Awesome.
I just want to say that the game has a demo on Steam, a free demo. So
Absolutely.
if anyone wants to check it out, that's cool. You can wishlist it there as well, as you hear other people saying, like it really helps, like algorithm stuff.
Wishlisting is a great way to help and support.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's free, so yeah.
Of course.
Yep, we're gonna have a link in the chat so you guys can take a look at it and look into the game yourself. And the game is Spilled. Thank you so much, Linta. Is that did I say it the right way?
Perfect.
Holy
Perfect.
shit, I actually did.
Yes. You're Dutch. You're Dutch now.
I want to say thank you so much for coming on the show. I mean, your game's coming out in a couple of months. Is that right?
Like October's more.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Soon-ish. Yeah, it's more likely.
I think I think October is good. Games, I think, to be fair, everybody, they take much longer than anybody does.
That said, true. We do have an updated demo planned for the graphics overhaul. So that might be done in a few months for sure.
Okay.
Nice.
But yeah, that is we'll see. All right.
Sounds
it was
great.
really cool to be on here. It was really cool to meet all of you. Really cool opportunity. It was really fun.
It was awesome meeting
Congratulations.
you, Linta. Thanks for coming on, and congrats, and good luck.
Yep. Thank you very much.
you.
See you later.
Thank you. Oh, she was so sweet. That's so cool. She lives on a boat. So
That is nuts.
It's almost. I feel like if I didn't give money, I'd get canceled. That's
Right. Yeah, it is one of those games where it's like, oh, so you like having dolphins be strangled to death by, ocean pollution? That's crazy. I didn't know Chance. Did you guys know that about Chance? It's fucked up. Wow.
It did remind me of a game I played. It was also very indie, where you essentially are like just a fish, and then you eat a bigger fish, and then you eat a bigger fish, and you get bigger and bigger. It is kind of just like a cozy-ish game. And that boat, you gain upgrades, you collect more oil and more oil. You actually do get stronger, and it feels satisfying.
Yeah. I think the art's really beautiful. I think, cozy games is a really fun genre. It's something I personally, resonate with and really like. And I love that this is like gaining traction for her on a first big project. That's huge.
I never asked if there's a way to lose. Can you crash the boat?
By not playing. How about that? Yeah.
That's how you lose. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. We have two more, right?
Oh, yep, we got two more. I'm excited to see what they are. Number 4 is going to be more of a focus on, I guess, what you would call modern nostalgia. And the game is called Bridgeborne. It has immersive exploration, a unique hand-painted art style. And to talk about it, we are bringing on, I'm going to probably fuck this up, Siavash Ranjabar.
Oh, jeez.
Did I do it? How close was I?
Honestly, very good. People butcher
Holy
it
shit.
often. It's Siavash Ranjabar. So.
Oh yeah, you were so close.
Very close, yeah. So, hello, Asmongold, Soda, Kelly, and chat. Thanks for having me. I'm Siavash. I'm based out of Austin, Texas.
Hey.
Hello, neighbors.
Yo.
Yeah.
I have been working on my dream passion project for 9 years now, and I'd love to pitch it to y'all. It's an action RPG called Bridgeborne.
Okay.
So
shit.
before jumping into the gameplay, I want to go over some main features to know what to expect. You can explore a semi-open world filled with secrets and treasure, fight alongside your gang of playable treasure hunters, combo reactive spells with your party, and build custom abilities. It's a fresh take on action RPGs with a robust, highly customizable combat system and love poured into the storyline. Bridgeborne is designed from the ground up to be an immersive treasure hunter simulator with a focus on exploration. It takes place in a unique fantasy world. It currently has a demo available on Steam, which y'all can play. I'm actively iterating on it. Please give it a wish list and a try. And get this, chat, it has mouse, keyboard, and WASD and controller support. Now let's
Nice.
jump right into the gameplay.
Oh, we're getting right in. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Damn! That's the fastest boat ever.
Yeah, it is. Holy
Thing
shit.
is zooming. Talon trees?
We got a boat theme going on.
Right.
So,
Is that a boss fight?
Yep.
And you said this is co-op?
So co-op is currently planned. Right now, I'm focusing on single-player experience.
Got it. Wow, this perspective is so unique. It's not top-down exactly.
Yeah.
It's,
Thank you.
I don't know what it is. It's definitely unique.
It's a pseudo 3D effect.
Okay. A teleport?
This shit looks hard.
that thing's running like crazy.
Interesting. Oh, I've got questions. I'll wait till the end of the trailer. I got a lot of questions. Oh, that's sick. Damn. All right.
What, you want to start, Soda?
Well, I don't like just jumping into questions because I usually like the devs have like a plan or whatever, and then I throw them off and we get out of order.
Are we
I
ruining
just-
your presentation right now?
No,
Are we
if you have
doing this?
questions, go for it. I'd love to answer anything.
Here's the first question. I think it's
Okay.
great.
Good question.
So, what kind of a gameplay loop is it? It's a story, I assume, or is it a roguelike?
It's a semi-open world structure with a campaign, and it's a campaign, but it's more trying to have a lot of open content that you could just go out and travel and find things and just go about it that way.
Okay. And so looking at the spells in the bottom middle, how do you customize that? How do the spells come? Are you given the same spells based on where you are in the story? Do you customize, you get different spells and make your own build? How does this work?
It's a great question. So there's multiple ways of customizing the spells. Each spell has its own skill tree. And well, first I should say you find new spells by exploring, and then you can find shrines that give you ways to upgrade them. And
Okay.
this way you can fill out those skill trees. And then later on, you'll be able to get your skill treed out ability and make a custom ability with it. Meaning you can combine them together to make all kinds of weird effects happen.
Oh, shit. Okay. And how big is your dev team?
It's just me and a contract composer.
You
What?
telling me you did this whole fucking thing by yourself?
except the music. Ruben Martinez did an excellent job.
He sure did. His music's great.
Thank you.
You did the art and everything too?
I did the art, the code, the design.
How long did this take you?
So far 9 years. It's been my passion. Yeah.
Wow.
My baby.
How old are you?
I'm 27.
There it is.
So you've been working on it since you were 18.
Basically, yeah.
Oh my gosh. And then I think I saw, is it hand-drawn art? I think.
Yeah, so I did all the animation in Photoshop, all the art in Photoshop. And so everything is actually 2D, believe it or not. There's just a weird parallax effect going on to make these 2D assets look like 3D.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's so impressive. Every time I try to use Photoshop, I cry partway through it. So I find this very impressive. Yeah,
So
that's crazy.
So what is your background in doing art and the coding and it's two different fields and being able to do both. You didn't do music, but you got someone for that. But what's your background and how are you able to do both? How'd you learn both?
Sure. So I always knew when I was really young that I wanted to get into games. And I knew that coding would be extremely hard, at least at a young age. So I would practice a lot of art on my own. I was so passionate about this that back in elementary school, I would draw massive towns on my dad's rolls of blueprint paper.
Mm-hmm.
And back then, I didn't know how to make games, but now, it's finally time to make this world come to life because I've been working on, of course, this project helped grow my programming skills a lot. And I've worked on toys and hobbies before this as well to learn how to code. But this definitely strengthened me a lot.
Yeah. What engine are you using?
So that's a funny question. It's not common. It's called libgdx. It's a framework.
Wow. Okay.
I think the guys who made Minecraft, they used LWJGL using Java. And this framework basically is a little level higher than that, working off of that. And so I think that's...
What are you programming it in? Like what language?
It's Java. It's
Java? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rad.
This is all over my head. I don't know what any of this means to me. That's fuck.
It's unique for sure. Yeah, it's not common, I'd say. Yeah. Normally it's like C or C++ or Python and most people use Unity or Unreal. Godot is kind of like a new one. Yeah.
The first language I learned was Java, and I was just really eager to get into the game dev. And I was like, should I learn Unity or should I just go into what I know? And so it's smart. I was almost expecting you to say that you rolled your own engine or something. I was gonna feel like, oh my god, man.
I was expecting
but this is close. Yeah.
So I wanted to ask. I noticed there's a lot of directional movement. So you can move left, you can move right, and you can move north right and north left, but you can't run straight up. For example, it looked like. I'm wrong. Look at him do it. I think it was a mount that was running at some point during the trailer. So I was curious to see how that is. This Asmon's PC?
Yeah.
Oh, Asmon, you're playing right now.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay. I was the trailer. I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Chase the deer. Chase the deer.
Well, shit. Yeah, this is gonna answer all my gameplay questions.
You fucking son of a bitch. Here you go. You gonna add in killing a deer?
So
a lot of people have requested that.
Yeah.
So I want to see, since you're playing Asmon, how does the gameplay work? Do you block attacks? Do you iframe attacks? Do you just have to avoid them altogether?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it's a question for the dev, not me. I'm not sure yet.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry.
If you go to the scarecrow to the left, I can demonstrate some of that for you.
I'd love to see it.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
So,
let me go over there.
So I would say the gameplay, of course, very inspired off games like Diablo, but I would say more grounded, more thoughtful attacking and blocking than that. So you can do a combo, based on the weapon.
Oh, you can zoom in.
Yeah, you can zoom in. So you have a sword that allows for a 3-hit combo. Basically, it keeps getting faster and faster when you hit something. So if you just hit that guy, keep hitting it, you got that 3-hit combo. Or you can hold down and do a heavy attack.
Okay.
So you also have a shield block, and you can parry enemies that way if you time it right. But if you don't time it right, then it just does some damage reduction, things like that. Yeah.
And so there's no iframing. You have to avoid the attacks or block them.
Oh,
Or parry.
Right. So
Who's
later
this
in the
asshole
demo-
in the background?
Oh, there's lore. There's lore behind him.
Okay, cool.
But, eventually, you do get actually very soon in the demo. You get a bolt ability, which is like a dodge roll. And it has like iframes, and it's essentially a quick teleport, and it uses some mana.
Mm-hmm.
I could see this game being like if you get co-op in this, which you said it's planned. This is a really
When it
cool
says
game.
when we're talking about co-op, you talking about 2 or 4 people? How many people do you think?
So I haven't ironed out all the kinks yet. I'm still in the design phase for that, but it will probably be 4 because this game does have a party of 4 in the game that are like you can actually play as 4 people later on.
Yeah.
So in the skiff, you can see that currently there's only 3 in the demo, but later on you'll get a 4th guy.
Try the top person.
So the top person, you'll get him. That's actually you get him.
It's not me. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah. So when playing with other party members, you can actually just switch as them and use their abilities in real time, or you could just do the whole pause and issue commands. You have both options there.
Interesting. Man, this game looks like it could be really cool.
Yeah, I forget if you mentioned, what are you looking for a release timeline? And I'm also kind of curious, I know you said it's semi-open world, but like how much how long is a playthrough, I guess?
Right. So the timeline, I don't want to give out any numbers until I have something concrete. I don't want to, have room for delay and things like that.
Yeah.
I will say, in terms of development, if it's been like me climbing the hill and I feel like I'm on top of the hill. And now I just have to roll down the hill.
Yeah.
Meaning, I built all the systems and like quests, like AI, things like that. Now I just have to draw more enemies and just add fuel to the systems that are in place. So, if I were to give a very rough estimate, at least at minimum 1 more year.
Yeah.
But I'm constantly posting updates on the project. The demo is always being iterated on. So if I find issues, I'll update the demo, things like that.
Yeah. Where do you post your updates at?
So I have a Discord server. I post on Twitter and Instagram sometimes. My at is Bamboo Bandit SR. I also have the Discord linked on my Steam page.
Great. And then about like how long, like I know like open world, but is this like something that's replayable for folks? Like, can they just kind of wander around, indefinitely, or like how long do you imagine people are playing for?
So I'm intending to have a strong campaign, which, it's an RPG. I would like it to have at least 10 to 20 hours, but I think most of that time will come actually because of the optional content, maybe 40 hours. So the main goal of the game is to just offer a lot of content on the side that people can just go wander around. A lot of it is actually procedurally generated content. So even though the maps are handmade, there's weather that changes how the maps work, and the weather's kind of random. So
like what? Give me an example of how the map would change. So
that's a great question. So because exploration is a big way you progress your character, I wanted to have ways that backtracking has value. And if you go to a map that's flooded, maybe if you come back to it while it's droughted, you see there's like secret temples you can go into in the flooded holes and things like that. And also, they influence item drop rates. So if there's a thunderstorm, maybe we'll get some stronger lightning stats on those items. Or maybe it even affects your lightning spells in a way.
Can we get an example of some of the gear you can get in this game?
Yeah, I saw it drop items.
Sure, yeah. So the gear is very inspired by Diablo. I mean, I grew up playing Diablo 2. Lord of Destruction, I love it. So you have items that have these magic affixes on it and random damage and defense, things like that. And they can make your character stronger that way. So, you got the classics like life on hit, attack speed, critical hit damage, things like that. But another thing is there's some stats that are very rare and very very powerful. And if you find an item that has a really good stat on it, but it isn't a good item overall, you can still salvage that stat in a way. And that's part of the progression, actually, is there's these anvils you can find in the world, and you can spend your level points to extract a stat that you like on an item, sacrificing that item, and now that stat is now a permanent passive upgrade in your character. So this way, that ties into the weather as well, in that if you're trying to find this real good stat that you want, but you like the items you have, you can try to find loot in a certain type of weather that influences loot in the way you want, get those items, and then extract it by leveling up.
And what's the kind of like narrative, like, or what type of world setting is this? I mean, it looks very unique, you know. So sure. I'm kind of like, I have a lot of imagination of what it is. But I'm curious to hear.
So it's taking place in a unique fantasy world where there's no goblins, but I'm trying to design very unique types of enemies and things like that. Like Asmund pointed out, there's this big creature in the sky that's always looking over you, and the story will get into what that thing is. But I was really inspired by Final Fantasy games, honestly, growing up. Yeah. The way they told stories was just incredible, and the characters are great, and their worlds are always so crazy. So I would say that this world is trying to bring people into a unique fantasy setting they haven't seen before.
Ooh, I'm playing the game right now. I'm just testing some stuff out. I see a spell here. What is this? Like a homing missile of some sort, I think?
Right, that's the homing missile. So
and I have a fireball.
That's cool.
How do I attack? The controller.
Is that you on the screen?
Yeah, this is me right now. What FPS is this game play at?
So it depends on which computer you're using. There's a limit that you can set, like so it can go over 60. And if there's any performance issues that players point out to me, I'll try to improve those to make sure people are getting at least 60 FPS.
Yeah, okay. Chance, you're getting a slowdown, right, where the frame rate's kind of low?
Yeah, the frame rate's low.
I think it's because of parsec, because the same shit happened with me, and then I looked at it on the screen of like our playback, and it wasn't like that.
Yeah, my parsec might just be sucking ass.
I think that's what it is.
Let me see if I can pick up any other spells here. I see an emblem. How do I open inventory?
So
it's on the screen.
Gotcha.
Oh, +3 mana gained on kill, 17 extra gold from loot. This is really cool. +3 life gained on kill. Do we have potions that we drink? Or just how do you heal in this game?
So that's part of when the party joins you, they have their own roles they can help you with. One of them is an alchemist, and they have like throwing bombs. They can, or like potions that you throw on the ground, and you can combine them to make healing spells.
Oh, so there's going to be healers in this game, essentially.
There's not necessarily a healer role, but there's actually a big part of this game is reactions, chemical reactions, ability reactions, and a major reaction is if you combine a reagent element and a poison element together, they'll make a healing cloud. So you can use your alchemist character to do that for you, and as well as many other kinds of reactions.
Are the parties kind of set up a little like, I guess like traditional Final Fantasy-ish, where it's like you're controlling and kind of like turn-based, or is it like, I don't know, real-time or...
The party it is real-time and the option of pause to issue commands. Okay. Really, the party was inspired by just Final Fantasies always have that squad, you know?
Yeah.
And I love the vibe of them. So it gave me the idea to try to work on something like this. And then this was prior to Final Fantasy VII Remake, the first one coming out, where it's actually very similar, where you have a party, you can pause or play as them real-time, switch around. So think Final Fantasy VII Remake, but this goes even further a step by allowing abilities to react with each other, so you can really plan out some synergies with your party.
That's really fun. I love the alchemy component. I spent a lot of time doing that in Oblivion.
Thank you. I mean, I also like games like Noida. I just love them. They're so much fun.
Oh, Noida's sick. Dang it. The character model changes, so you have all the gear in game to be modeled as well.
Not every single piece of gear. Just I tried to pick my battles where I thought they would have the most impact.
Zoom in, show the hat.
Yeah, he's got a wizard hat on.
Yeah,
look at that.
So
take it off too. So that's the default helm, and then you put it on. Now I'm a wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Right.
Let me see if the chest works. Wow. Hey, what do you mean pick your battles? Everything here's modeled, man. What are you talking about?
Well, things like the belt, belt and rings, they won't show, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know, but you got chest, you got pants, you got helm. Are these shoulders? Oh, even the shoulders. What? Yep, you got everything. I mean, that's ambitious because you're gonna have multiple characters. You have to make each modeled piece model on those characters, right?
Well, so here's the thing. the game is designed in a way to where you have a main character that's fully customizable. That's this guy. And later on, you'll get those 3 extra party members that are, even though they have their own inventory, their look doesn't change, and they're upgradable, but their roles are kind of more set in stone.
But you can give them gear?
You can give them gear, yeah, but their looks do not change. Just the main character.
That's crazy. Okay, cool.
All right,
Otherwise,
so I assume
so much work because they the party members will animate in cutscenes and stuff. So doing that would just be too much work.
No doubt. I mean, I think that just having a gear for it is more than enough. I mean, yeah, that's great. I mean, I haven't really been saying a lot. I'm gonna be honest because I'm already sold. Like I'm already sold. I love this. This insanely fucking guy. What the fuck?
So,
how do you even do this? You just by yourself? How's it impossible?
I mean,
That's
it's
nuts.
my passion. It's my passion. This is.
I don't know if my parsec fucked up, but my game's frozen. I think it's my parsec, right?
So
probably is.
It could be. But,
Yeah, it was messing up with me too. That's why.
Oh, it just fixed.
Okay.
There we go. I had to escape. It was parsec. So I assume just like everything but the music, you're in charge of the balancing of spells and whatnot as well.
Right, the balancing, the design.
How do you feel about this spell right here? Assuming it's going off. Hold on, it's just doing a fart cloud right now.
Yeah. So, okay. So you don't have mana yet.
There's a mana, yeah.
That's why I was gonna say
you're just infinitely using it. In the demo, if you go into that temple up to the north, you start to get mana, and now you'll be more limited.
I was gonna say this is pretty OP. I'm just spamming this thing forever. It's like, bro.
No, that does end up using quite a bit of mana. So in the lore, you get infected, and now you can use magic by touching some relic in a temple. So once you go in that temple and get the relic, now you'll start using that mana. But right now, you have basically infinite use of mana.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say, wow, this is ambitious. 9 years.
Yeah, I mean, balance is definitely a difficult thing to tackle, but my philosophy on it is if there's enough optional hard content out there and the player can just get crazy powerful and tackle that hard content, that's just a way to reward them. And if something clearly seems broken, then I can always patch that in.
Random question. Have you thought, this is complete, there's no wrong answer here. Have you thought about potentially making a roguelike or roguelite version of this co-op mode? Or is that not a focus at all?
It's on the list, but currently my priority is to make a strong single player action RPG campaign with side content that supports that. And if plans see it, or if it makes sense, I think it is actually very doable to make different modes, like roguelike mode, even like a weird turn-based mode, because honestly, if you plan it in a way, you could handle it. You can basically leverage current existing systems and not be a lot of work, basically.
Yeah. No, the replayability of roguelikes, I'm just a sucker for it, so I just wanted to ask and see what your thoughts were.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of games utilize that as an efficient way to add a lot of content. Because you're just leveraging a lot of existing systems.
Oh, and I just grabbed the mana from the temple. I have mana now.
Great.
And there's also a big mob here. Oh, geez. I don't know if we're looking at my screen.
Oh, whoa.
There it is.
I think I just one-tapped his ass.
And for the
that
viewers,
fire is crazy.
Thank you. And for the viewers, you don't start off with those spells unless you choose this is not intended option. It's just to quickly onboard people who are trying to mess around.
Okay.
Yeah, that's smart.
I just learned got a bolt glyph. What do I do with that? What is that?
So the way you learn abilities and upgrade them is by getting these glyphs, by finding them out in the world. So if you go in your inventory, and I think if you're found controller, currently you double tap with X on the bolt, which I know double tapping might be something to improve, but
double tap just where?
Oh, so go in your inventory.
Okay.
And there's that rock looking thing with the bolt symbol on it.
I think it's the third right under the word the Y in inventory.
Yeah, right
under the Y in inventory.
It's like the icon. Well, the other inventory. Down and then to the left.
Your third item slot.
Yeah, third
this
item.
one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm glad we got there.
Yes.
It's so painful.
That's another thing. That's another thing. It's like after getting players and watching them play, I have to iterate on UX, make sure everything is easy to learn and things like that.
Yeah.
So
sure.
Yeah, you gotta pander to the lowest, intellect level so they can
No,
I'm not
Also play
saying
the
that.
game.
Those are not my
guys, it's not just me that
I
doesn't
just
see
zoomed
shit
in
on the
on you.
screen.
Wow. This is interesting. I could ask you questions about gameplay and direction all day. I really could. This is cool.
Hey,
Just-
this is my passion. You talk
Yeah.
about
Yes. So it reminds me a little like not the game itself, but Stardew Valley was originally just like I think the one person concerned ape, and I think he does a really great job of engaging with the community and like continuing to like develop it and get feedback. And it sounds like the way that you're talking about it and the way you want to engage in the development process reminds me of that. And I think clearly he's been really successful with that, and the game's done well. So I like that you're thinking of it that way.
Cool.
Thank you. I think Concerned Ape is a wonderful person to be inspired by and try to learn from how he did things.
Yeah, that's so great. Yeah, so I'm curious on the ask here.
Right. All right, let's jump to it.
Well, before we do that, how do I dash?
So, okay, go into your abilities page. So if you hit
I'm an
I-
idiot. Hang on.
Okay,
Abilities?
go in your abilities, and you can drag that. I don't think you actually learned it. Okay, go in your inventory, click on the glyph, the bolt glyph, to open up that skill tree, and then click on that bottom thing. That makes you learn. You spend a glyph, and then you learn that ability.
Nice.
Yeah, I see.
And now
And
you
now
can go on your
it's-
abilities and drag it down to your bar. Or yeah, you can do it that way too.
Oh, I'm messing it up. Okay,
Yes,
bang,
yeah.
bang.
UXs can always be improved, but there you go.
Oh.
Oh. Damn.
Nice.
Okay. Look at
That's
that.
cool lighting.
All right, enough. We got this game's great. We gotta let's get into the ask. Let's put my controller down here.
I appreciate all the questions. There were like a few slides that were talking on elaborating more on some other design factors, but honestly, like I think if more needs to be said, we can go into that later. But I can get into the ask. So yeah, this is where you guys, the investors, can help. There's only so many hats I can wear as a developer. I tried my best to voice everything in the demo. This being one example, if you listen to this. So,
Beautiful. Absolutely
Really?
beautiful.
clearly, voice acting is not my skill set. And after pouring 9 years into Bridgeborne, and with its goal of bringing players into a beautiful fantasy world, I think it would only do it justice to hire skilled voice actors to enhance the dialogue. So for this reason, I'm asking for $5,500. I know it's hard because I'm the fourth guy and the budget is... Yeah. Honestly, anything will help, but my ask is $5,500. It'll be spent by giving character actions and dialogue a short grunt voice to convey emotion and context. This way, the voice acting will leave a large impact while still allowing for efficient spending.
Okay.
I'll give you $2,000 right now.
Nice.
Wow, I didn't even get into the bonus.
We haven't seen the fifth game, Asmit. We don't even know what's there. That's fucked up. It's fucked up.
I feel bad. I
know
don't,
No, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad.
I'm offering a bonus. If you support the Bridgeborne with any amount, you have the option to design your own NPC or even voice a few lines. That way, when you show the game to your friends, you can be like, who's this character? You know, like, listen to this. Listen to all the possibilities.
What a shit game. Oh my god. Pretty good.
So, 2,000 already. Thank you
Perfect.
so much. Thank you.
Wow. Okay, so Asmin, you're locking in with $2,000 of
I
the
am.
5K budget. Okay.
I am.
Kelly, you want to go next?
And also chat will be able to vote at the end too on what they want to put their money towards as well.
Oh man, this is hard. Yeah, getting towards the end here. I want to split what I have left, so I think that's 750. Yeah, I'm gonna split what I have left. I'm gonna hedge a little bit on the last one, and also because there was such a generous give on the other one, I feel like it's getting you towards your goal, and the audience still has a chance. So I'm gonna go in on the 750, and I think this is great. This is very impressive and very cool. I'm excited for you.
Thank you so much.
I think impressive is definitely like underselling you.
We're literally playing it randomly. Like I literally logged on the game, played on my own. So like it's not even a question. Yeah.
It is. It's baffling that you managed to do all of this starting at age 18. Now you're 27, pretty much all on your own aside from music. Even the art has been done by you, and the game is good. It is good. You said maybe like next year, but we're not going to get any solidified numbers as to when you're ready to go, and actually release. How much do I have left? I think I got like 1,500. Can I get a screen? I got 1,750 is what I currently have left. So I have just gotten, or me and Zach have just gotten in the clear to basically ask you this or tell you this. And you don't have to answer this at all yet. This is going to all be an off-stream thing. But if you're looking for a potential publisher, obviously we would just have to, work out the details and all of that. But Mad Mushroom, if you want to set up a meeting off stream, we can talk more and find out what would, be best for both of us. I've just gotten in the clear for that. But that's an off stream thing. We're not going to hash that out now. Money wise, my offering, I'm going to give you $1,000, and I only have 1,750 left. So if you're interested in the meeting, again, you don't have to say yes or no here. We'll set that up.
Say yes.
Okay.
Oh, thank God. Okay, good. Yeah. All right. I got to get this set up. Okay, good.
That's awesome.
But yeah, we'll set up a meeting. We'll find out, what would work for both of us and how we could make this game better potentially. We'll work out the details off stream. Either way, incredible job.
Thank you.
How do you Sayavish?
So the English sentence, Sea of Ash.
Sea of Ash.
That's
Cool.
it.
Oh, nice.
I'm looking
what an
forward to
incredible game.
speaking to y'all more. And thank you so much for trying it and helping out with the budget and everything and offering, everything. Thank you so much. Also, the chat, getting to be able to see this. Thank y'all for watching.
Incredible, man.
Again, the demo is available on Steam right now. Please give it a wish list, because that, of course, like the other devs are saying, helps a lot. And I'm frequently posting updates on the game development via my Discord server, which you could find the link on the screen, or just go on the Steam page and there's a link there as well. Again, just give it a wish list because that helps. Thanks.
Cool. No,
So great.
we definitely want to help. This again, solo indie dev. You can't get more indie than that, especially 9 years in. So, we definitely want to try and support something like that. This is so cool. So congratulations, Sea of Ash.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I
So excited to see this.
I haven't even really had a lot to say because I've already made up my mind. Like I've already made up my mind, bro. This shit is crazy. Like I am so impressed. This is incredible, man. Like yes, thank you so much for showing this. I mean, this looks amazing. So thank you for coming on the show.
I'm incredibly honored and I'm shocked and so happy right now.
Gentlemen, the game is Bridgeborne. You can wishlist it right now, play the demo right now on Steam. And guys, oh my fucking God.
That's so rare.
That was crazy. What the fuck?
Sibs messaged me is like, hey, just letting you know, we'd be happy to have a meeting with this guy. This game looks incredible. You guys are sold on it. I'm like, are we in the clear to like offer a meeting on the show? He's like, go for it. I'm like,
yeah.
So
I was like, I don't know. Is this this could be okay? And he was like, yeah, sure, it's whatever. I mean,
so
I'm impressed. I really am. I thought that was really, really, really cool. Like, especially like all the different levels of depth to it. Like the art style was cool, the music was funny, and then you had the just like the type of loot that it drops, like the randomized loot. That's something that like really makes a game like that replayable for like a long period of time.
The guy's clearly a gamer.
He's a gamer.
He's a gamer, I don't have to say. Like he's got the loot, he's got the stats. And those are the kind of things I feel like the gamers really want.
Mm-hmm.
But it is also it's so ambitious to balance that kind of stuff, to add all of that stuff in, to add in multiple characters, to make your gear actually change and like you see it on your character, to make it co-op and online. It's crazy ambitious, but I just played it. Like it's there, it's done. It's not like he's not able to do it. He has done it. So I don't know. Very crazy and impressive.
Yeah, super impressive, and I especially love that he like taught himself basically how to program and do all this stuff through the process of making the game. I think that that's very cool. The engine setup situation he's using, I want to look this up later because that's very unique. And I think there's a couple examples, like, Minecraft was basically one developer, like Stardew Valley, there's like basically 3 or 4 examples of games like that end up, coming out that are big and people point at them, but it's pretty rare. It's a difficult thing to do. Yeah.
I wish I knew coding so I knew like what the hell you're talking about. I don't know. Like Java? Okay.
Yeah, so. I know enough about it to be dangerous, I guess.
So we only have one game left.
Common.
Can we get a screen of our current budget, what we have? I was very curious to see if we'd be really stingy and like the person that goes last, is that, an advantage, or the person that goes first, is that an advantage? It looks like the people that go first are at an advantage. We have no one in $1,000 left.
Yeah, but we did all have some money left, which is nice. So we were being thoughtful about it towards the end. But yeah, this is it. Unless we get a surprise bonus amount that we get to include.
I really hope the next game is like, so here's my ask, $2,500. And like, what do you want? How? How? So I'm gonna go to the bathroom, Zach. But you're welcome to move the show along.
Okay, yeah, I'll wait for you until we start the next game. But yeah, I mean, I expected these games to be a lot smaller in scope. I mean, I'm actually kind of, in a way, I'm kind of flattered that somebody that put this much work into such a cool and interesting game would want to be on my show. It's like kind of humbling in a way, almost,
Yeah.
Yeah, our show.
Yeah, I was like really, I looked through the stuff, prior to getting on, and I was really impressed with the quality level, like the curation. I know there was a lot of submissions that came through, and, again, as someone who's done a lot of this, this is a really good batch of stuff. I think there's a good spread of kind of like scale and seriousness level and types of developers, and and finding folks too, that haven't already gone out, or have publishing deals and things like that. It's pretty, it's rare. It's good. So the team did a great job on this.
The scope is, I didn't expect these games to be as like crazy as they are. I also didn't expect that a person by themselves could do that. It's kind of, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like you can't get a smaller studio than one guy.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what it's crazy to me. So that's insane.
It is very impressive, and we have one last game that we are going to be looking at today, and this is the game. It's a very simple premise, very simple concept. There are 3 goblins, and they are on a quest to get beer. Some people in real life might even be able to relate to this. And we're going to have, again, somebody whose name I will probably fuck up, Tomislav Oriskovic, and he is going to be talking to us today about his game 3 Goblin Wobblin. How you doing, man?
Hey, so yeah, I'm doing fine. Thanks for having me. And yeah, my name is basically, you can pronounce it as Thomas Love.
Okay. Tomislav.
Or you can call me Tommy. It works as well. So yeah, I'm one half of Cutting Edge Entertainment, which is like a small studio. We were
one half. There's 2 people.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this is a fancy way of saying we're just 2 guys making games. We started a couple of years ago. I've been in the industry for almost a decade now, and we started the studio primarily for outsourcing, and this is like our first game made by completely us. I'm still primarily outsourced, but I do help my other half of the studio while he does like all of the work on the game. Actually, I'm just here to talk business and to look fancy in this business thing.
You look fancy. Nice shirt.
Thanks. I was going for that. I was fishing for that.
Nice.
So yeah, we're currently working on 3 Goblin Wobblin. It's about 3 goblins who are wobbling their way to beer. And yeah, it's inspired by games like QWOP, Getting Over It, Octodad, that kind of stuff.
Oh, no.
And yeah, you can expect a difficult thing, but yeah, with a very, very quirky sense of humor. So yeah, we have a demo up on Steam. We're aiming to release in a couple of months as well, and we're here to get some feedback and potentially some funding, to just ease the development of some post-launch content updates. So I don't just end up rambling aimlessly. Let's take a look at the trailer and
all right, let's go.
Oh God.
Is this what I think it is? Oh my God.
It reminds me of like those tops, but are bottom heavy.
This looks so hard. I can already see speedrunners playing this game, and they're gonna be like leaning forward, 50 miles per hour, min-maxing every pixel.
Oh, they're so cute.
So yeah, that's 3 Goblin Wobblin. How do you like it?
I think that this is a game that's going to piss me the fuck off. I think it's the kind of game I'm going to get halfway through it, randomly fall apart. Because like the premise of the game is very interesting. It's funny, right? It's like one of those cartoon things where you have like two guys standing on top of each other, and they're like kids or something like that, and they're trying to get into a store. Yeah, I've seen a bunch of these, so I think it's a really cool idea. I like it. It's unique.
So there is clearly a desire for games like these. You mentioned QWOP way back in the day, that dumbass Flash game everyone was playing in the library and struggling with. And then Getting Over It came out, and it was a more obviously modernized game, and it really did become like a meta. And then there was a million other games very similar to the difficulty of Getting Over It. You had Pogo, Jump, Pogo, whatever the fuck. What was it? Now we got like climbing. Some climbing one is currently out. There's a million games like that.
Wasn't Goat Simulator?
So I think the one big thing that this game needs, the difficulty setting. But it is unique. It's not like the other struggling games. It's you got to balance 3 goblins standing on each other and walk somewhere, which is so basic and simple. But I'm sure the controls are going to piss me off.
So I guess you have sorry for interrupting, but you have like 2 sets of controls. So like the 2 analog sticks, basically one is for moving, the other is for balancing, and then you can also rotate the camera with the bumpers. While I'm just talking about that, Asman, Soda, I have a way for you to get some skin in the game if you'd be up for a challenge.
Oh boy, what is it?
So if you beat the tutorial live on any of your streams at any point, we will include some free cosmetics for everyone in the game. Okay. So, Asman, we've got your back with the Asman Goblin skin, which you should be hopefully seeing now.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, very well crafted.
Yeah.
Wow,
and
it's
Soda.
It's just Asman.
Yeah, we're very, very well versed in photorealism. Soda, we also have something for you. We have your iconic cat as a goblin.
Damn.
That's sick.
Damn.
Right. A lot more effort went into mine, and I appreciate it. Thank you. Let's go. You said you control the game with your left analog and right analog stick. Is this a controller-based game mainly?
So it's primarily controller, but you can also play it with WASD and IJKL, and in the full game we will have like rewindable controls.
Okay, so you don't use your mouse
there's
at all
like
in this
2
game.
sets of control. Yeah, you don't use your mouse at all. If you play it at any time and beat the tutorial, you get those skins in the game. Everyone gets those skins in the game. So do you want to try it now?
Yeah, I'm trying it right now.
I'm so glad you guys are doing this.
Kelly, you're not off the hook. You're going to give this a try too.
No.
Actually, do we have your parsec set up, Kelly, or no?
No, I'm not set up for it. Yeah, so I'm weaseling out of it.
Oh my god, bro, are you kidding me?
Bad.
You're doing fine.
Okay.
Oh, look at the little goblins on the side.
Channel your inner goblin.
I already am.
Oh shit. Oh god.
I like the premise of this. I feel like it's really like fun to look at.
This is an ab workout just watching it. Please.
Oh my god, you made it.
There's no timer. Oh, gee, you're dead.
No.
No,
No.
still going, still going.
It'll be fine.
How
Fear-
long
fear
is
is
this
close.
tutorial?
45 minutes.
Keep
I
it
can
up,
do
Ab.
it
You're
in
doing great.
probably like
Ah.
4 minutes or...
No.
One more
Okay, all
try.
right.
You have it now.
Yeah,
Focus.
that's I want to see you try. It's like as soon as you start losing it, you just keep losing it.
No, I hear you. I saw where you died there, Asmund. There was like this big bridge. Do you have to duck under that thing?
No. You can just
Oh.
pass.
I could see some serious like complications and difficult things you could throw at the player to really piss him off with this game.
Like limbo.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Okay, all right. You're right there.
I want to like
Nice.
push on the screen or something.
Easy.
Did you make it?
No, not yet. Not yet.
wait,
There's a
what?
couple more things, but this is like the third of the level.
Okay, apparently I'm being told I can play at the same time. All right.
Oh my gosh, you had to do a handle.
Oh, I'm getting pop-ups while I play. So, Asmund, you're on the left, I'm on the right.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, get the key, get the key.
I think slow and steady wins the race here. This is fucking...
Oh.
Save point.
Do you hate me now, Asmund?
Like, no, you're gonna push the A button.
Am I getting any money? Oh, right. So, Asmund, you can go to the options menu. You can decrease your difficulty.
Wait, really?
Yeah. You have settings,
Settings?
and then down there should be the difficulty. Yeah, you can put it to easy. You just go just left and right there. Just go left.
Oh, I see.
Is it just 3 difficulty
Just
settings?
easy and-
Or is there like a super impossible one?
Well, currently, I guess the hard one is pretty impossible for me and my colleagues. So, yeah.
Oh, fuck. This is like stressing me out. I'm trying.
I'm having a great time.
Slow, but I don't know if the viewers have audio, but this is so hard.
This is...
Did Asmund win already?
Shut up. No, I haven't. I even turned it on easy. I'm still losing.
Yeah, I'm about to win. I think. Can I deal with these stairs?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Slow and steady. If I get through this door, did I beat
Got
the
it.
tutorial?
You're very close to the end. Then, yeah, it's just like a victory lap kind of thing. Then.
Walking back is so... I can't. This game's hard. This is definitely one of those you have to play it to really understand. It does feel good. I won't lie. Just
I was gonna ask about that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's very responsive. It feels really good. The difficulty is absolutely there. It's goofy. This is definitely a contender for like that, bullshit hard game genre. Oh fuck.
Thanks.
Open the door.
Fuck.
You got it. Oh, you're both at the door.
I can't see myself. Is that it? Is that the end right there?
You're close. Just down the lane, down through the forest.
Oh god. Oh fuck.
Oh no! Good save. Good save.
If I beat this on my first try, I'm the best.
There's like bombs falling.
Okay, which way do I go, Dev?
Anyway.
Tomislav. Oh, shit. Anyway, pick away.
When in doubt, go left.
Okay, I agree with that. Shit.
I got it. Yep, there it is. We got
Nice,
it.
congrats.
Yeah, but I played on easy.
You
But it was on easy, so it doesn't matter.
But I'm zooming now. Oh, once you get like a really good balance, you're not. Oh,
there's stuff falling.
would that kill me
no.
if I hit?
No. This is just a jump scare.
It's fucked up, man. That's it. You made it. I did it.
You're so close.
And
Yeah.
what?
Hey!
That's
Look at
it. Congrats.
So, humans alerted, incidents caused, and ground hugs. What is that?
Ground hugs is, when you hug the ground.
Oh,
When you
When you
fall.
fall over, basically. Yeah.
that's cute. So 0. I did a perfect run.
The
Yep.
human thing reminds me of a Ferengi.
Yeah.
Star
Yeah.
Trek.
I'm a big Star Trek fan, so
Me too. I'm a huge Star Trek fan. Okay, I won't derail the entire stream about talking about this, but I got you.
How do you alert the humans? How does that work?
So this is basically
yeah.
in here they do get this Ubisoft triangle above their heads when they towards you, and then if you stay long enough in their area, they will just start chasing you.
So you kind of gotta get out of their
There's a little
presence quickly.
stealth mechanic.
Yeah, and there's like we call it the social stealth mechanic, because you can also get those hats, and with those hats you can basically, if you get the wizard hat, then the wizard NPCs will be less likely to kind of
I'm
figure
alerted.
it out and start you.
Alerted. Oh shit.
Yeah,
You crushed him, so it's fine.
Nice.
So that's how it works. I'm W King. I'm zooming. Oh,
Yay.
I
You
took
crushing
damage
it.
by touching the bottle. Do I go up these stairs? I do.
Yeah.
There's another lock.
Oh, by the way, you can rotate the camera with the left and right bumpers.
Oh
wow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
what happened?
Sorry.
Your fault.
You look like you got shot in like a cool
Yeah, but you still beat
way
the
or
tutorial,
something.
so yeah, we're getting the Soda Goblin and the Esmond Goblin in.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Hey.
Yeah, I'll take my soda goblin.
Yeah,
Let's
that
go.
one does look pretty cool.
That's a cool game. Like I said, the genre is becoming more competitive, but this is definitely a unique take on it, for sure.
Yeah, I
which is
think-
refreshing.
Yeah, the humor is really good. I like the environment because I feel like these tend to have a lot of very lo-fi graphics, or it's kind of unrelated to what you're doing, and I like that. I don't know. There's a purpose, I guess, to why the physics might be difficult. Yeah, it's really fun, and I like the little stealth mechanic thing too in there. That's fun. Or trying not to be detected by the humans.
So,
Yeah, we're kind of trying to. Oh yeah. Sorry.
Well, no, you go ahead and respond to Kelly. Sorry.
Yeah, I just wanted to say we're kind of trying to fill in all the blanks in between,
Yeah.
so it's not just here's the gameplay, this is the gameplay, but we're trying to give you a reason and in the little blurbs from the NPCs and whatnot to just make it a bit more enjoyable and well-rounded together, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems difficult but enjoyable. It's a difficult and some anger-inducing, I guess.
So my question is, as you're progressing the game, obviously the first level is simply just get to point B. And then the next level, you seem to have added humans, which, you don't want to alert them, amongst some other things, some harder turns, etc. My question is, can you give me some examples of difficult mechanics that you're going to throw at the player that's going to make it harder?
So we have 3 sets of things basically, which we're playing around with in each level. So we have the levers and levers opening up something. We have the lock and key mechanics, and then we have the NPCs. So in the later stages, we'll have a bit more maze-like ways for you to have to go through them, and then pull this lever, pick up this key and whatnot, and then you can unlock a shortcut and whatnot. So it'll be just a bit of a longer gauntlet and a bit more complex combination of locks, keys, and levers.
You don't have any you have to duck under this bridge type stuff, or maybe a platform?
Currently, no. We were
on?
talking about it. We were talking about the limbo style things, but so far we didn't add anything like that yet.
Okay. What was the reasoning for it, or you just haven't gotten there yet?
We just wanted to keep it kind of small and condensed, and not to overwhelm the player with a ton of breadth. We were just trying to go focused and
Okay. Yeah, because I could totally see, like, it is a frustration game. So I think making the game get ridiculously hard with bullshit things like that, I would love to see that kind of stuff personally. But I don't know how it plays out in actual gameplay.
I think having confounding variables that kind of make sense without like adding in artificial difficulty, I think that's really what makes it interesting. So I like that a lot. You know, for example, having people try to run after you and getting keys and stuff like that, it makes sense if that makes sense.
Yeah, I also feel like it gives you something that you're like working towards, like in small bits, instead of just like getting to the end of something, you know, like getting over it. It's just like, you know, you're getting over it. That's the one thing that you're doing. But this has like little kind of bite-sized things that you can be successful at as you're progressing, which I think is really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I also like that there's maybe outfits. Like it's fun to change your hat or your coat or whatever. So I like that there's that component to it.
Where are you guys when it comes to release date?
So we're aiming to release in something like 2 months or something like that. But we're planning to. It'll be like a small release. We're planning to add a couple more levels post-launch, and also we're kind of thinking about console versions as well. But we'll see how it goes.
Are you doing a full release, or are you doing early access release first?
We kind of wanted to go full release and then post-launch content. I mean, it's kind of it's the dilemma of, you know, if you go early access and then full release, then you get like 2 visibility rounds from Steam, but then people will, you know, stay away from your game if it's early access for too long. But we're more in kind of, okay, we'll release it fully, but we'll have like regular content updates for the next couple of months.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a nice way to go about it. Yeah.
What kind of price range?
$10 to $15. We'll see.
About 2 months.
10 to 15. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's cool.
So,
pay for the game, launch it, get content. It's a good plan.
Asmin, you got any gameplay questions?
Oh, I mean, I think that I understand exactly what kind of game this is about, right? I've played a lot of these games already on my stream. I know exactly what I'm getting into with this. I'm curious, though, what do you, you know, you're on the show. What's your ask here?
Okay, so we're going like tiered kind of thing where, okay, we're asking $1,000 per additional level.
Okay.
And before I saw your like current standing, the idea was to ask for so if we got to $4,000, we would then polish up the in-game level editor, so it's a lot more nicer. So this is like a basic version there where you just put things in, and then the advanced version would have like a lot more bells and whistles. These are some mock-ups.
You guys are gonna have a level editor.
Oh yeah. I completely forgot to.
Oh my gosh!
That's kind of a little bit of a thing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could really make
the
this super
idea
fun.
is to you can play, create, you know, share levels, and
Oh, that's such a great idea. I love that.
I feel like some of the best things to come out of like games are usually like, you know, players making something out of the game. So a level editor, you could have some of your best levels could come out from level editor. Is there going to be a public like store or something you can select those and play them?
We're looking for integrating the Steam Workshop. Just, you know.
Steam Workshop, not stores. That's what I meant.
Okay. Yeah. I got you.
Damn. Yeah, though this is I guarantee you a lot of streamers are going to be playing this because streamers fucking play these games.
And also you can like make the levels.
I'm sure Asmin will probably be playing a little bit.
Oh yeah.
So let's get more back into your ask again. You said 4,000 for a more detailed level editor. What other tiers did you have?
Yeah, but so the idea is $1,000 per additional post-launch level, and then if we get up to 4,000, then we would also improve the level editor a bit more.
Okay. I'll go first.
Okay.
So you're asking for $4,000. Hold on, let me check my wallet really quick.
Yeah.
How many get?
I can send you my bank details.
I mean, I support this game. I like the new innovation of. I don't think I know any games that are quite like this with the wobbling mechanic, so that's cool.
We're calling it the wobbling simulator.
Wobbling sim. So I mean, I like the innovation to it. I like the cuteness and the graphics. Everything looks pretty cool and put together pretty well. The price point seems pretty good, and you guys are pretty close to release. Yeah, I think I'll give you $750.
Thank you.
What else am I gonna do?
You're gonna save some, I guess. Yeah.
I guess, but
you could have
no.
saved something for yourself.
True.
I don't think we got it.
Well, I guess I can. Kelly, you want to go next? Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say I will also put in 750. I'm glad that I
Awesome,
saved
thanks.
some for the end here. I think I think it's a super fun idea. I love that there's I guess reason and narrative to why you have the terrible physics. Excited to see hopefully the level editor can happen because I think that would be very cool. And excited to see lots of people get frustrated trying to play it.
I think that I am going to give my $400 as well as an investment because I feel like if this game comes out and I play it, people are going to end up watching. So yeah, I'm definitely down for that. I'll give you my remaining $400 for the game.
Awesome, thanks.
My only feedback, and I guess the level editor might fix this, is I do think that the levels as they go on, it should be more than just walking over to a lever and walking over to a key. I think you should have some bullshit things like having to limbo under stuff or stand on this platform that actually moves and fucks you over a bit, and you have to preemptively prepare for, say, you're on this floating platform and it turns really quickly, just floating through the air. Some bullshit like that. I'm sure there's other bullshit mechanics you can force the player to have to, obstacle through. I think those would actually be really good in a game like this for difficulty. But that's my opinion, and that's all.
Yeah, thanks. We can pitch the DLC next time.
I see. Okay. Well, yeah, man.
Awesome.
So you're saying it's going to come out in 2 months, something like that? Is that right?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Wow. And if people want to follow it and look into this game, you can check it out on Steam. Is that right?
Yeah, there's a demo on Steam, the same demo that Asmon and Soda were playing today. So yeah, check us out on Steam, wishlist us, play the demo, tell us how you like it, and yeah, that's all.
Awesome.
There it is.
Thanks for having me.
Great.
Tommy Slab,
Absolutely.
pleasure meeting you, and congratulations and good luck.
Yeah.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.
See ya.
Enjoy.
All
Bye.
right. Bye, Tommy
Well,
We did it. Oh my god, we did it and
we
spent all
went
our
through
money.
all 5 of the games. Congratulations,
We did.
guys. Yes, we did it.
We can go
oh my
through
God.
each one of us and give our thoughts as we start.
Honestly, I feel like the Bridgeborne game is definitely I really liked Failand, which was the first game. I think I liked the Bridgeborne game more because it had more of an open-ended, Diablo style loop of gameplay. But I feel like both of those games I was really, really impressed by. I love those 2 games. The other ones were fine, right? The other one, this is a very good stream game. It reminds me a lot of Alt F4. I think so. You played that one, right? Yeah. And so this game was fun, but I feel like in terms of a lot of depth, I was really impressed by the 4th game, Bridgeborne. That would be mine. And I would say if I was gonna vote for one, that's my vote. That's where I would be. What about y'all?
The single most we are gonna have to vote for one that's best in show. So
that's
what is your vote?
Bridgeborne.
Bridgeborne, okay.
Yeah.
So for me, Failand, the pixel graphics, again, I can't off the top of my head think of any game that has pixel graphics that looked as good as that. It looked so awesome. But me, personally, I love stats. I love gear.
Yeah.
I love upgrades. I love progression. That game didn't have a lot of that. I guess it did have some progression, but not as much as, say, Bridgeborne, right? Not Brightburn. That's a Netflix movie, I think. Bridgeborne, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Bridgeborne had that, so I'm probably gonna also go with you, Asmon, on Bridgeborne. That was probably my favorite. To talk about the other games, there was the boat game. I loved the story behind that. The dev, she was awesome. Very nice, cool story, great message, and I hope she gets those graphics updated to what she wants. That would be really cool for her. Again, this Goblin game, Goblin Wobbly.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember the name.
3
Goblin Wobblin.
Yeah, 3 Goblin Wobblin.
3 Goblin Wobblin. Awesome stream game. I'm sure it's going to get played a bunch. I could go on forever. Kelly, you go ahead.
Man, yeah, like I said, I thought that everything was really like strong and interesting in its own way. I know we didn't talk much about the FMV Souls-like game, but I don't know. There's a special place in my heart for that. I just love something that's like a little weird and goofy and doing something different. And like, yeah, I thought it was really fun. Still, you know, a fan of the dev, love the idea. Like I'm like something like that. Like I'm excited for that game, but I'm excited for like what she's going to do in the future, you know, and like encouraging like more like, you know, I think it was smart for her to keep some like the idea of the first one is like, hey, like let's just like finish it and get it done and do something that's like cool and interesting and like that we can accomplish. And so I you know, I'm really excited for like what she's going to do moving forward. 3 Goblin Wobblin, yeah, I think that's just going to stream well and like people are going to have fun with it.
Yeah.
Bridgeborne, crazy, super impressive. I'm like kind of torn between voting on that and Failand because I think that like they're not similar things, but you know they've both been working on them for a really long time. You know, Failand is a bit more production value, a larger team. You know, had a publisher, it was going along. I feel like that's close to getting out there. And I kind of want to help support them, like bridge that gap between where they're at now and like getting the ends of the funding that they need to finish that. So I think I might give my vote for Failand, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, split it a little. So, yeah.
Well, we're gonna have
what if there's a tie?
Well, there can't be because chat
there
has
can't be.
2 votes,
Oh, yeah.
so
Oh,
it's
yeah.
either gonna go up to 3 or up to 4. So, gentlemen, there is a straw poll in chat, and you all right now are able to vote for what you think the best in show is. The game that you vote for is going to win. Well, actually, if it's the either Bridgeborne or what do you call it, Failand, is going to win $5,000. So we'll give everybody a minute and see what happens.
That's so exciting.
And then there was also the FMV. What was it? 3 letters? What does it stand for?
Yeah, full motion video. So it's
Full
like when
motion
there's
video
like,
Souls-like.
yeah. So it's like when there's like a live action. Her story and Sam Barlow's stuff has a bunch of full motion video in it. But it was like, I feel like it was something that was kind of done like when CGI was a lot harder.
Way back in the day. So it's a nostalgic thing. It was a fun presentation. I think the game will be fun. But it didn't do it for me like Bridgeborne did or Failand. Those are definitely my top 2 picks.
Yeah, it's hard to compare them because they're very different. You know, like it's a different
so opposites.
clearly, but it's you know it's a different like purpose of the game, I guess. You know. Also, just give a plug for Frog Factions if nobody's played it or if anyone wants to check out something that's a little weird that subverts expectations. That's a good one.
Frog
Faction. Yeah. Don't look up anything about it and just play it.
Okay.
There's also a second one.
There's a problem with the poll. Let me make sure that we get that sorted out. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do,
Did the stream hear that, or are we just... Okay, so the stream did not hear what we just got from Peckies. So apparently, Asmin cannot do polls in his stream for a reason that I've forgotten.
I'm not partnered. You can't do polls if you're not partnered.
Oh my god.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it in Soda's channel. So if you guys want to go over there and vote for it, I know this is kind of awkward, guys. I apologize, but you know I'm an idiot and it's all my fault. So we're gonna have a vote over here, a poll in Soda's chat, and you guys are gonna be able to vote for the game. We were gonna use the straw poll. The site crashed, and also I think that people were having confusion with like the way the game worked, and so we're gonna go ahead and do this in just a second.
Okay, so the poll's going to be in my channel. However the hell you do Twitch polls, Peckies, hopefully you have access to be able to make that poll. Viewers, you got the winner of this poll they will be getting $5,000. Me, Asmund, and Kelly have all locked in our votes. Y'all's vote will count as 2. So that will be 5 votes total, meaning there cannot be a tie. Basically, you guys are choosing who's going to win this. I guess there could be a tie, technically.
Yeah, I was going to say, well...
we'd have
no,
to,
I guess yeah. But there could be a, like a...
We can just make another poll, just with those those tied. And
yeah, that's what we'd have to do.
So that
as soon as we get the poll up, we'll go ahead and see who's going to win this. I'm kind of curious to see what people are going to vote for. Honestly,
I'm curious how we got such good submissions.
I am too. I said that whenever you were gone. Yeah.
Like I feel like we didn't promote this shit nearly enough. And we got some really good submissions. I was really surprised. Happy. I was very nervous. Like, oh god, we're gonna get some shitty games that we have to beat. They were all really cool, unique, and good. So, very pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I thought it was impressive. I mean, there's a ton of cool stuff out there. You know, people working on neat things, and you kind of don't really hear about it.
All right, the polls are now running, so you guys can vote now. I don't know how Twitch voting works, but straw poll is sucking, so we're gonna do it there. Some type of drop-down box, click and done. Something like that. And yeah, I guess with Bridgeborne, I guess we'll probably have like a mad mushroom discussion to see if, you know, our interests align and potentially publish.
I'm curious to see what's going to happen with that. I really am. I don't know what that's going to be like.
We might have a meeting in person. He lives in Austin, Zach.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, you're right.
He lives in Austin. We might meet this guy at our next, Monday meeting.
Oh my god. That wow. That's kind of crazy to think.
Yeah.
Well, we have the current poll is a very, very strong in one direction. Extremely strong.
I can't see it.
Okay.
I haven't looked at it either, Kelly. So
okay, I want to be surprised. Yeah.
I'm sure all the viewers already know because they can see it, but Kelly and I don't know, so you're surprising us, Zach.
All right. So, with 73% of the chat vote, Bridgeborne, the 4th game, is the winner, which gives it 4 total votes. Bridgeborne is going home with an extra $5,000.
Wow.
Yeah, and we're actually going to talk a little bit to developer Siavash again, and congratulate him and talk a little bit more about the the direction of the game, where it's going to go now.
Cool.
So excited. I feel like there should be confetti or something.
Yeah.
We'll get it next time. It's the first show.
Yeah.
Those little like strings you pull.
I actually, I bought a giant bulk box of them, and I generally keep them in like my purse or my bag. And then if somebody tells me something exciting, I'll pop one up.
Oh, hold on 1 second.
I can actually go grab one.
You know what? Go grab one. I want to see this.
I'm gonna do it.
Well, there he is. How you doing, man? Welcome back.
I am ecstatic. I'm so honored. I'm humbled. Thank you, judges, or investors, I should say, on the votes, and the chat as well. Thank you. Wow, I'm flabbergasted, to be frank.
All right, I'm gonna pop a little confetti thing. Are you ready?
Do it.
All right, it's for you, man. That
Got
was
him.
Such a letdown.
I mean, that's what they are.
Yeah, they always are. Yeah.
It made a mess, so.
So, Siavash, I'm sorry, man. I'm going to do my best. What's next on the to-do list? What are you going to work on next?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is monitor this influx of players I'm getting, making sure any issues they run into are ironed out. And after that, it's full steam ahead with the campaign, getting to the finish line of the game.
Where would you say you are percentage-wise with the campaign?
So the demo is only offering, I would say, about like 5% of the campaign. And while that, in perspective with the 9 years, seems a little misleading because a lot of that time was spent building that framework, I would say the rest of that 95% will be relatively smooth and a lot faster than that rest.
The hard part is over. Getting the game working.
Right.
Yeah.
That's got to feel so good.
Yeah.
There's that quote. It's like it's not the end, but it's the beginning of the end. I like that quote a lot.
Yeah, of course. And there's so many great developers to actually look at like how they've done it and the path they walk through, and it's, you know, it always seems easy until it gets hard from what I hear, you know what I mean? Like so it's always good to be vigilant. So I'm vigilant.
Run me through, I'm curious, how did you hear about this show?
So I'm a big fan of OTK, but honestly, I knew about the expo that y'all do, and I was interested in applying at some point.
We would have accepted.
Yeah.
Thank you. I just, you know, I was like, maybe I should make the demo better, things like that. But then actually at a South by event here in Austin, I was fortunate enough to walk into a member of someone who works for OTK, and they told me that this is a great opportunity I should apply for. And I'm so happy to have met them. I'm honored. And yeah, learning about this new show opportunity.
That is insane.
Okay.
So you just randomly met somebody at South by Southwest. Oh my God.
I was demoing my game.
Yeah?
at like an unofficial South by event there.
Uh-huh.
So to any devs listening, it's so helpful to just put yourself out there. I'm sure it's easier said than done living in Austin, but if you have any local events, just put yourself out there as much as you can.
Yeah, and there's a lot of really great local dev events and meetups and stuff as well too for people in the industry or interested in getting involved in the industry. Most major cities have them, and so that's a great place to start if you're like interested to learn more about becoming a developer or making games or meet people who do it. Definitely encourage it. I agree.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, congratulations, Siavash. I'd love to see your story. Love the 9 years you've worked on it. Love to see you succeeding already. And the viewers loved it too. So all I can say is congratulations, man.
Yeah, congrats. This is awesome.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Excited to see that game get released.
Yep. Absolutely, man. Well, thank you very much for coming on the show. And I guess it's about time. Again, guys, Bridgeborne on Steam. If you want to wishlist it right there. Thank you very much, Siavash. And thank you also, Chance and Kelly, for being part of the show. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, this was super fun. Thanks for inviting me.
Absolutely.
Just to reiterate, all 5 games, what were the 3 Goblin, Wobblin?
Failand, Bridgeborne, FMV Souls-like, 3 Goblin, Wobblin, and Spilled.
Guys, wishlist them on Steam. It's free, and it's one of the best ways you can help these devs. It's algorithm farming. It puts them on Steam. It gets them on front pages. Nothing can really help them more, unless you want to send them $100. You can do that too. But you can go ahead and wishlist it. So awesome. Thank you to all the devs for coming on. Awesome to be part of the show. Great job hosting, Asmund. Kelly, your knowledge is great. I had a lot of fun.
And we also... Oh, go ahead, Kelly. Sorry.
Oh, no, I just said this was great. I'm really happy that I got to participate in the first one. I love seeing all the games and meeting the devs and meeting the two of you. So, yeah, this was great. Thanks so much.
It's a great time. Yeah, thank you for coming on. And also, by the way, the reason why we have all the money, Ally Bank. As you look towards to grow your own creativity, Ally wants to help you grow your personal savings. Savings for the tools of your trade or building an emergency fund that can make your journey to financial independence a little bit easier. Visit ally.com/creator to learn more. So thank you, Ally. W's in the chat for Ally, making this whole thing possible, making games possible, and enabling us to waste just a little bit more of our lives on video games. So thank you all also for watching the show. Thank you, everybody. Chance and Kelly, thank you so much for coming on the show. And also a huge shout out to our production team that's been working behind the scenes to make this entire thing a reality. You guys don't know them, but you see them with every single frame. So thank you to everybody who's made this happen. And shit, I think that's just about all we got. Go.
Couple more things. If you guys are a dev out there, let's say you've been working on a game for 9 years and you want to give it a little bit of a platform and be on this show, where the fuck do the submissions go? I'm not sure. But there is a place somewhere.
There is.
And you can apply to be on this show or OTK Games Expo. Even just apply to be published by Mad Mushroom. There's no harm in applying. We're welcome. There are places to do that. I don't know where they are, but they do exist.
I'm sure it will be linked in the chat at some point. And Kelly, if people want to follow you and keep up with what you're up to, how can they do that?
So I'm on Kelly Wallach on most social media stuff. I'm not super present on them, but you can follow me there. You can go to the One Up Fund website and check out the work that Ed and I do there. We have a contact form there if you're a developer that's looking to get VC investment or you're curious about finding out more about it. The contact form is a great way to get in touch with us. And yeah, I'm around.
There it is. So, yep. Awesome. Anyway, guys, if it's not obvious with me yawning the entire show, I've got to go take a nap. I'm really tired. And so I'm going to take a nap for a little while, chill for a bit, and I'll probably be back on later on for all of you guys that are going to watch me. And I'll probably play, Stellar Blade demo today if I can get it downloaded in time, and maybe do some other stuff as well.
So you got to start downloading it now.
I know. Yeah, I know. I'm going to try and do it before I go way down.
Yeah, that's the play.
Either
way, when's our next episode? Or when is? I don't think I'm on it.
That's a crazy question. We're gonna be doing these once a month, gentlemen. So keep up to date, and I'm not sure when and where it's gonna happen, but probably follow OTK Twitter, and we will keep you up to date with everything happening with Pixel Pitch. This has been our first episode, and I'll be honest, it went a lot better than I had expected. And I want to say thank you guys so much for watching and everybody for making that possible. And I think, gentlemen, we're good.
All right.
All right, boys. Until next time, peace. See ya.
Kelly, great meeting you and great job. Asvin, get some sleep. GG's, everyone. Have a great day, night, after, whatever the fuck.